Hello, and welcome to yet another Q&A Thursday, where it's at the Rag Company. And I'm your host, Dane Hennon. To my right, Levi Gates.
I just wanted to say happy Veterans Day.
Yes. Absolutely. And to my left, Anthony Fisher.
I would also like to say happy Veterans Day, Levi.
Thank
Excellent.
you. I'm not a veteran.
I'm not either.
We have one
okay.
behind the wall.
Anthony
here,
is, though,
Congrats
on the other
to
side.
Anthony on the other side of the glass.
Yeah.
Vet there. So thank you for your service.
Yes.
And,
All right.
well, I guess there's an elephant in the room.
Yeah. What do we got?
We got a flash sale going on at the Rag Company today, everybody.
Yep,
So those of you guys
yes.
that just popped on here to watch Vet 20, now we do ask that you become a veteran to be able to use this.
Yeah, we don't have to.
But,
That's
you
a
know,
little
this is
extreme.
just a way of saying thanks, and we appreciate it, and all the service that they have done for us over the years. So go to the website right now. It's today only, 20% off VET20. Utilize that coupon code, flash sale. We just a way of ourselves saying thank you.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Absolutely.
Got to get that out of there so you guys can do it. It's going to be up there. Hop on there, buy some stuff. All those things.
Like the sound of that.
Feels good to be back as a triumvirate.
Well, we are three amigos
So
here,
three
yeah.
of us.
Well,
It's
triage is
we
something
are
else.
a
Yeah.
tripod.
I think it's a triumvirate. Anyway,
Who
or
are the legs?
or a tripod. Well,
Okay,
we're each
so-
a leg of something.
Okay. Anyway, how about we do a little housekeeping, or was that all the
That was
housekeeping?
really the
That's it?
housekeeping. Go to the
Okay.
website right now, pick it up. But Anthony, do you have anything else
Yeah.
to add?
So I want to give a shout out to Glenn for decorating the
Yeah.
Nice
studio
work.
Good
here.
job. She
And
killed it.
some awesome fall vibes.
Yep.
I said the only thing we were missing were some PSLs.
I'm wondering where the pumpkin spice candles are that we could light.
Pro sound
and
and stage
smell.
lighting, PSSL.
No. So pumpkin spice lattes is what
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
talking about.
Oh.
Yeah,
That's why I
PSL.
said the pumpkin spice candles. I'd like to have a scent.
PSC is what
Yeah,
you're looking
PSC.
I'm sorry,
So-
I thought I ordered the deluxe package. I didn't think I ordered basic.
for. Unfortunately, we cannot
can't
light
wait.
candles in this building
I
because
can't wait for our photo shoot at the junkyard
yeah.
next
Oh,
week
boy.
when it
That's
stops
awesome.
raining.
Awesome.
But yeah, so fall vibes are in full effect here. We have lots of decor.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, everything from the leaves to this
Harvesty.
This what would you call that?
That's a harvest wreath.
That's a harvest wreath.
Yeah,
okay.
put
Put it on your door.
Put it on your door.
Put it on the floor.
Yep.
Oh,
Hey,
here
we got
comes
a pumpkin even.
Here's
Wow.
your pumpkin spice, Mr. Fisher.
Oh no, this is
That's
stale.
that's a real pumpkin.
When he set it down and it just kind of squatted.
I don't know if he noticed, but
I
it
don't know
was.
if that's good.
I don't know if Gabe noticed, but it's not a spiced pumpkin.
No,
It is
that's
not.
just a pumpkin.
Yeah, just a regular pumpkin.
So fall vibes are in full effect, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which means we're coming up on that really cool weather where you break out that warm O&R, right? Maybe break out the steamer. Maybe break out a couple things like that. So if you do have to go to the website and pick up any things for 20% off, now is a good time to do
Yeah,
so,
I like
right?
That is a great.
And other than that, though, it's been a good week. We've gotten some stuff done. We've gotten some beautiful B-roll shot for our Amazon. For many of you that don't know, we do sell on Amazon.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
So when you see
Weird.
TRC products on Amazon,
Weird.
that is us.
We actually have a whole other building specifically dedicated
We
to
don't
shipping
really
products.
talk about that
to
enough, right?
Amazon.
And I don't want to take away from the fact that we're having a 20% sale at theragcompany.com right now, but I would just like to say, coming up on holiday season, if
Yeah.
there's somebody out there who, let's just say, you think
Or
you've ordered Amazon
you build
stuff
a,
for
you
them
build a
before,
shopping
or-
list.
You build a shopping list?
We
or
have like a variety
that's
of
what
items.
that's what me and the missus do.
Yeah.
I just put
Save for
stuff on my list.
Yeah.
So she can always hop on there, take a look, see if there's something that maybe I want that I haven't bought yet that she can like click on and she'll pick it up, or vice versa. She'll put them on hers and I'll go through and look and sneakily buy it. So maybe you do that with a loved one or a friend or family member. You start adding stuff to maybe your list or their list and
Well,
get these products
that's the
coming
appeal
in.
of using a site like that to buy
Yeah.
products. Like if you want to include ours in the mix with some other very non-related things. For example, I recently bought a Lucky Cat that goes like this for the dashboard of my JDM van.
Okay.
But I also ordered a dog door. So like both those things in the same order, which
Cat and
you
a dog.
can't get from the Rag Company. But if you wanted to get Rag Company products
you wanted to throw some
and
towels
buy a
on it.
dog door and
Yeah.
a Lucky Cat, you could do that.
They may ship at the same time, too, right?
They might.
Maybe a box of goodies.
Or show up in the same box.
right? That's what
That
I'm
would be
saying.
weird, but yeah, you
So
never
the
know.
biggest
Pretty
difference to be able to tell on who you're buying from on Amazon, is if you go to look to where it says sold by and shipped by, right, and under the listing. Usually it's under the cart section over there on the right-hand side. You'll be able to see where the product's coming from. And so if it says sold by, it'll probably say sold by the rag company, fulfilled by Amazon, right, or ships from Amazon. That means it's our product that we've shipped to an Amazon warehouse that will ship from their warehouse to you.
Correct.
And usually it's a
getting
prime. It's usually a prime situation. Anything that says sold by the rag company, fulfilled, or shipped by the rag company, fulfilled by the rag company, that means it's a sold by merchant situation, which means you're still buying it off of Amazon, meaning that you can use Amazon gift cards or whatever you want to use to buy that stuff.
But it actually ships out of here.
It actually ships out of here, right? And we try to get to as fast as we possibly can. So, it's gifting season soon, right? We want people to be thinking about that coming up. It's not just our website that we sell stuff on. It's also on Amazon, which is a big part of our business. And so have at it, right?
Right.
Really, we're happy either way.
Yeah, there you go.
And
But today,
some
that
ground.
sale, it's only on our website. Just a heads up.
Correct. So again, I just thought it's just a little education, right? Get people updated on what's going on there.
Nothing wrong with
And other than that, though, anything else exciting happening? Dane, any new things in your life? I mean, I saw that you have a really clean truck out there in the studio. Any plans with that?
It's very detailed now. I took some photos yesterday. It was going to rain, so I actually stored it in here overnight. Not that I want to make a habit of that, but it made nice
you'd
shelter
like to
for
make
the
a
time.
habit of it.
I'd like to make a habit.
I know you
No
would.
one else here would like me to do that, though.
I'm
So,
okay with it.
I
Are you
understand.
okay with it staying in the studio? I'm okay with it.
Yeah,
I'm only
it's
doing
fine.
that for the night. Nobody
I like to
getting
ride my
ideas.
skateboard underneath it.
Yeah.
Just lean
Well, I've been
back.
driving the little go-kart underneath it, too.
Oh,
It's
my
so-
goodness.
I have to kind of lay down.
It's all fun and games until you get a diff to the forehead.
Yeah. Well, I don't go under the diffs. I
Oh,
just go under
oh.
the
I'm going to
pad.
put a
Okay.
Rogers logo on the side of the truck and then just pull some Fast and Furious underneath the...
And then somebody at the same time you're going under opens a door and it clotheslines you with the fold down
Oh my
step.
gosh.
Yeah, gnarly.
All we need is a harpoon to shoot through the front windshield of
Right,
it
that's
and
a
then
good idea.
steal
Well,
the
yank that
electronics
window
out.
out.
So this
So
is
we can
my
get to the
unofficial way of saying it's for sale. So yeah,
What?
That's one of the reasons I cleaned it up.
So the truck...
of-
It's looking minty fresh.
Your giveaway truck, the
Yes.
Ford F350
DRW
Super
dual
Duty
rear wheel.
dual rear wheel, right?
8-foot
Dually,
bed.
8-foot bed, monster truck of a
Diesel
truck
engine.
is for
It's a
sale.
6.7 liter. It's a beast.
So are
Can
you
tow up to 30,000 pounds.
are you
even
sad?
more.
Are you sad to be saying that you're selling this truck, this dream truck for many people?
On one
Man.
hand, I am.
You know, if I would have won it, I wouldn't be selling that bad boy. I'd
It's
be
hard
selling
for
those
me, though,
wheels,
because-
and I'd be swapping them out, making them a little more
This
comfortable.
I
is-
would have
this is the
sold
problem.
it for my daughter's college fund.
that's
Okay,
that's
well,
intelligent.
You have many
that's
years.
Smart.
You have 18 years to figure
That's
that out.
that's
You know,
very
you need to use
smart.
the
But
truck
that's
for that.
18 years you could be accruing. You know,
I'm like, are you on? Are you?
Stable,
I'm like, you've saved
fun.
up for your daughter's college fund, and you're like absolutely.
It's up 10 years. I got 8 years left. I'm screwed.
that decade is gone. Okay. So, point is, I'm not going to waste our
way
time.
faster than you think
I'm
it
not.
does.
I'm not going to waste our
Just
time.
yesterday, I
talking
was in your
about it, but
position.
But
yeah.
it's for sale. So if anybody's interested, maybe reach out to you.
Feel free to reach out to me via Instagram or however else you'd like to, and I could tell you a little bit more about it. Share some pictures. et
No
cetera,
tire
but-
kickers, though.
Yeah, no.
Dane doesn't
Serious
like
offers only.
those.
No low ballers. I know what I have.
That's right.
Okay,
So-
but seriously, no low ballers. Anyway, moving on. I don't want to turn this into a sales pitch.
Okay, Dan. What would just Dan?
No,
just
I would
throwing it
like
out
to, but I
there.
feel like other people's eyes would be like burning holes to be like, talk about detailing. Dang it, Dane.
That's the start of the show.
Well,
so
So,
we gotta go.
yeah, we're warming up.
We can go ahead and jump into some questions here,
Yeah,
Dane. Let's
why
go
don't
for
we?
it.
Let's start off with a friendly message from our good friend, good fan, Alex here, popping up on the screen now.
Happy Friday Eve, TRC crew. Hope everyone's doing well. Thanks,
We
Alex.
are.
Appreciate
Thanks,
it.
Alex.
And of course, Dan Pfeiffer kicking
wouldn't
it
be a
off
show
with a good afternoon and a
without him.
word up from Minnesota, USA. Happy Friday Eve, TRC crew. Thank you. Dan.
Oh, yes.
And Adam Hadcock. Happy Friday Eve. Happy Fur Day Eve,
Fur
TRC.
Day Eve.
Best part of the work week.
He's a fan
right,
of trees,
that's right.
I think. That's where the
Right.
fur
This
day
is the
comes
best,
in.
Best time. Hello, TRC team from Umberto.
Thank you, Umberto.
First from Puerto Rico. And Dino, happy
Oh,
Friday
Dino.
Eve, guys. I wish you all a nice end of the weekend. I hope you have a really awesome weekend. Thank you, man.
Thank you.
I hope so, too.
Oh, and the Minister of Fresh is in the house saying, what up, TRC fam from Vancouver, Canada. Curious if you guys have plans to make a mini puck or smaller, thinner microfiber applicator for wheel coatings. Not a bad idea. We'll think about it.
Ooh, we have the full-size donut. We just need the donut holes.
Like donut holes, yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. Okay, all right, very cool.
Sean saying, TRC, let's go. The Minister of Fresh, I recently purchased a small version of the microfiber applicator, but it's still quite thick, so it's something I wanted to ask you guys and see if it's something that you had thought about. No, we haven't thought about it yet, but like I said, great idea.
We gotta talk
we
about
think of a
for
lot of things that end up
Levi's
not
arthritic
happening.
hands have a hard time holding small things.
Yeah, I can't hold small things. That's why I don't hold small things.
Yeah,
You gotta have comfort.
I
So-
get it.
All right.
So, Grand Hawtree says,
We're talking about applicator sponges, Dane.
hands
This is one of those
hands,
days.
reaching out, touching me, touching you.
Why did I have to go to Sweet Caroline next?
Sweet Caroline.
Oh, no.
All right.
Man, you go to any bar
Hans
that starts
saying,
playing
whoop,
every
whoop,
time.
Towel Friday Eve. Thank you, Hans. Appreciate it, man.
Thank you. All right, now to page 1. We got
Sean saying, hey guys,
Humes.
how do I clean and restore dirty tire applicators? All-purpose cleaner soak, maybe? Yeah, basically.
Can't
Pretty
hurt.
simple, easy way to do it, bud.
Don't focus on getting them perfectly
No,
clean.
I never clean them. I just keep them
Clean,
until I throw
clean
them
to
away.
look at? No, but clean to use? Sure, that's fine.
Yeah. You can just soak them, let them air dry and reuse them.
Yeah,
I
not
mean,
a big deal.
Yeah. All right.
Edna saying, how do I remove tree sap from ceramic-coated Ines car?
Coated car from a ceramic coated.
Coated car. So a couple of different ways. There's usually a dedicated tree sap remover that you can buy from different companies. But honestly, the fastest, easiest way is if it's the big globby pine tar that drips, and it's a droplet, is hand sanitizer.
Oh, yeah.
Just to drop a hand sanitizer on a towel and wipe it over the spot, and it'll help remove it and dissolve it, and it'll dissolve it quite easily and safely and
Surprisingly
effectively.
effective.
Yeah.
You can remove it from vinyl, from PPF, from all kinds of stuff. The other way to do it is using some steam or some heat on that, but you can't use it on vinyl or PPF because it does start to hurt. So there's a couple little different ways. We used to use hot O&R, soak
Hot
a towel
O&R
in
is one of
super
my
hot
favorites.
O&R and just set it on there and just kind of soften it up till you
Let
can
it
remove
eat.
it.
Let it
Yep.
eat.
But fastest, easiest, quickest way, just take the hand sanitizer that maybe you have in your car already, squirt it on a towel, wipe it on the spot, and you're done.
Couldn't have said it better myself,
Nice.
Levi.
Thanks.
We got
Rubbing Bubs.
Scrubbing Bubbles says, Happy Friday Eve. Can I layer Legend? And if so, how long should I wait in between coats?
About 30 minutes, and yes, 2 coats.
Don't go more than that, though.
No more
You're
than
gonna
that.
have a
You're,
bad
you're
time.
not going to need it either. 2 coats will get you a long time.
We got Mario says, much love from Greece. Keep up the good work. I'd like
Thank
to go.
you.
I'd like to go to Greece someday. What do you think? Like a
that'd be nice.
TRC Greece trip?
That would be
Oh,
interesting.
very
Right?
Yeah.
I would like to go to the Parthenon.
Okay.
Right?
I
Do
can
a
see
little
that. I can see
touristy
that.
stuff. Yeah.
I'd like to wipe down some of the pillars that are remaining there.
I think
Right.
we
Clean 'em
find
up a little
them
bit.
fairly rough.
Throw a little bit of quick detailer on there.
Spit shine.
A little spit shining and polished up. I mean, they were probably once maybe made out of what? A combination of maybe marble and some other things.
There's some alabaster or something. Yeah.
Yeah, right. So they
Very
could
nice.
shine up. They could polish up.
Yep.
Possible.
I think
Pretty
so.
nice.
We'd probably get kicked out. But
Yeah. Yeah.
Stop
Stop touching
those.
that.
Jonathan Rose is saying, love the products. Can, I believe he means Dream Maker, be used every time I dry? Yes.
Yeah.
It can.
Justin Koshman, happy Friday Eve, everyone.
Hey.
What's going on, man?
Oh,
And then,
ridiculous.
Here we go, Anthony.
Ridiculous says, "Hey TRC family, the wife is going to have our baby tonight. Oh my gosh!
Whoa.
So I'll make sure to get pics of the baby wrapped up in a Gauntlet or a Liquidator. So that is great. That is.
Wow, even
Very
Anthony.
nice. I'm going to say the Gauntlet. It's going to be a little softer for the baby, a little more absorbent.
Yeah.
But realistically, they're both the same type of towel in the sense that they're both a 70-30 blend. They're both twist loop. They're both soft on all surfaces and finishes.
Yeah.
So
Put a good
I think the
barrier.
plush will feel a little more comfort.
Yeah. No
Either
rush.
one.
You
No
have
rush.
no rush
Yeah.
to wrap your baby and a
Have you
microfiber
wrapped yours
towel.
yet?
Yeah. Be ready for anything first.
Heck no, I haven't done that yet because
okay. Well, you work here.
I know I work here. I've
Should we
thought
go
about
look for
that.
some old school avalanches so you could use for bath time?
Ooh, yeah,
Those will
something like
not
that.
clean out.
Honestly, I just haven't done it yet, so don't feel any rush. I mean, if I'm not doing it yet, then don't feel any rush that you feel like you have to do it. But it would be a very cool picture and a very cute picture at that. So, yeah, congratulations. That's having the baby tonight, so he knows.
Yeah, usually that sometimes happens.
Yeah.
You pick your day, you go in, have the baby.
Heck yeah.
Second one you guys decide to have, you'll be able to do that.
Probably.
Choose the
just
date
pick
and
it.
time.
Yeah.
Hey, we're gonna just come get the baby.
Set that
Perfect.
schedule.
Hey, we're
like
gonna come grab that from you. Is that
Easy
cool?
bake oven.
I was gonna do it myself, but my
You
hand
probably
isn't
don't want
as
to do.
steady.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that yourself.
Yeah. Hans Closen says, ridiculous good luck and wash that towel 1st. Only the finest,
That's right.
new towels. Wash
yeah,
new towels.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
Baby deserves a new towel.
Joshua Kent says, do you think IK will ever have a kit so you can change a foamer into a multi? No, I don't think they will.
doubt
No.
that.
I don't think that. I just don't feel like they would do that.
Yeah,
So they
I don't
would.
either.
They wouldn't even make me a lid.
Yeah.
Why the heck would they do that for me? I'm just kidding. I like. Those
Although he
guys.
changes up and says sale. Oh heck yeah.
Heck
there you
yeah,
go, man.
Josh! Now is the time. Go buy those IK sprayers. And then Jamie the cleaner says, "My favorite Friday's Eve show."
Wow.
Apparently, Jamie
I was gonna say,
Cleaner
are
has
there
a lot
others?
of Friday Eve shows.
Jamie,
that he
Yeah.
loves
what's
to-
that-
loves to
who are
watch.
we-
What are we
competing with?
competing against?
Well, I'll tell you guys what you're competing with
Oh.
because tonight is the season finale of I Know What You Did Last Summer, Gen Z version
Oh,
on
okay.
Amazon Prime.
All right.
not good, right?
The one I've been watching. No, it's not great, but it is the last episode. I have been dying to watch this, so
Oh, very
I'll be
nice.
doing that tonight with my wife.
Good luck.
Or as the kids would say, bet.
Yeah.
And,
Did you watch the
and,
last episode?
high
of-
key, low key mad.
Nice.
He big mad.
Big mad.
He's small mad.
Caps.
Caps.
All caps.
Yeah.
This is so painful.
Did you watch the finale for What We Do in the Shadows?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
I haven't yet.
You
Oh,
haven't
no.
yet?
I haven't
All right,
seen
it's
it
good
yet.
stuff. As soon as you do, we can talk about
I
it.
need to. So
I will
we'll do
say,
that tonight.
while we were at SEMA, one of the words that was outlawed
Mm-hmm.
while we were there, courtesy of John Green, Juan Verde as we call him, said no use of the she.
Oh, does that drive you crazy?
Really?
Drove him crazy. So
okay.
Yeah.
all of us took that on as a special challenge
You say that loud enough in that hall,
To-
you're gonna get a lot
to
of
trick
callbacks.
to trick him.
Yeah. You said quiche.
No,
Quiche.
Okay, that's funny.
to trick him, and
Jeez.
each one of us would say it at different times. And Josh actually said that at one time. Josh said, "No, I said cheese." and
You're going crazy. You're
yeah.
hearing things wrong.
And
I
Josh
didn't
was
say that.
John was like, "No," and then Jeff said it at one point.
no.
He was putting up the bags, and he said it at one, and John was like, "I can't believe you said." But each day we tried to get somebody to say it.
Yeah. Throw him
And
off.
it just to get him off. And so at one point, I literally was telling a story to John, telling him the story, and I waited till he looked me dead in the eyes. And I was telling this like kind of suspenseful, spooky story.
Oh,
And he goes,
no.
and he was like, "Oh, really?" And he got me, and he looked right in my eyes, and then I went, and they went, "She," and he was like, "Oh, you dirty SOB." He was so mad at me. It was
Oh,
great.
man.
But I that was my best one. But everybody got a good one in. Everybody, Juan, John, Josh, Jeff, and Nate, all of us were able to get our licks in on him.
Quiche.
Really
Devious.
great stuff. Really
Cool.
fun to watch.
We got Ryan Rigdon says, great to see everyone together again. Happy Friday Eve, TRC. Thanks, Ryan, for
Great to
tuning
see you
in.
here, Ryan.
And then I got Alex says, I love the arts and crafts day in the studio. Nice touch. We handmade
Isn't
those
it, though?
leaves.
Well,
Yeah.
Sebastian was actually cutting those out by hand and drawing on them.
I mean,
which I thought was really cool.
His form is impressive.
He
effect.
carved them out from one piece of beechwood.
They're so consistent. I
Solid
think that's what really captures my attention when I see these.
Then moving on, we got Tom Kirby says,
Hey.
best wishes to all our veterans on this day. Thanks for giving your time and serving your country.
Well
It is
said.
amazing. Don B says, hey, TRC crew, glad to see the band back together in studio today. Did an O&R with Beadmaker Drying Aid on my 2 cars last weekend. So relaxing compared to dragging out the hose and bucket. Have
It's
a
nice.
great weekend.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. I mean, how do I say this? I mean, sometimes it is nicer, right? Knowing that, hey, this might be my new option for winter, rather than bringing out the hose, right?
Right.
You kind of just accept it and you go, wow, this is actually really nice. I should have been doing this the entire time.
Yeah. Well, and a lot of people go, well, what about the fender wells?
Mm-hmm.
You don't really technically have to touch the.
If you
especially
drive fast enough, they clean
if you
themselves.
got carpet, if you've got plastic, you can go without cleaning your inner fender
winter,
wells.
yeah. No, for
But
the winter.
honestly, all you got to do, pick up a wheel and body brush,
Yeah.
get another bucket of O&R, or at the very end after you've washed your tire, you've washed the paint, you've washed the wheels, the final step, take that wheel and body brush and your IK, spray those inner fender wells, take the wheel and body brush and just scrub everything down. Just give it a quick scrub down and you're done. Everything falls away. You don't have to worry anymore. You're good to go.
I'm telling you,
Simple.
the modified IK Foam Pro 12 into multi-version. After you hit it with that, what's it
Okay,
called?
yeah.
The air compressor. It's like pressure washer power.
Right. Might as well.
For like the first 5 seconds.
It
like,
is impressive.
You're like, this is powerful.
And then once it's going, it just keeps
There you go,
going
there you go.
forever.
Yeah, something to think about. So we have Yo Hurl. Says, thank you for the answers recently. I don't always hear the questions fully, so I wasn't sure whether you're joking about detailing shoes. Apparently you all. I learned
appreciate
so
you
much.
all.
I appreciate you all. So yes, detailing shoes are a real thing.
They
right?
are a real thing.
Levi
Yeah.
saw my Brooks Ghost 14s yesterday, my new ones that I was wearing, and your jaw dropped.
Well,
to
I was the
floor.
one that told you to get those because
Yeah.
I was the one that wanted to buy those.
Yeah.
You were looking at getting all blacks.
Yeah, I'm
And I
glad
talked
I'm
you into the
glad I
grays.
didn't, right? Because I wanted the dad shoe
Yeah.
and the gray and the red
Contrast
and blue.
is nice.
They look
It's-
cool.
It is a mouth-watering
Yeah.
shoe.
Now,
It
I will
looks good.
say all of us rocked our Ghost 13s at SEMA in
Nice.
the TRC colorway, black with the blue. And everybody was feeling that all-day comfort, not only standing on the double plush carpet that we
Yeah.
had in our booth,
Smart.
but Josh Petro was actually wearing his Brooks outside the convention center.
You told me he slept in those. They were so comfortable.
Sometimes he was, because he said it felt like he was wearing socks.
Well, they were part of him, is what they were.
Yeah. But no, it is a big thing. It's something that a lot of people don't realize. When you do have, when I was detailing, I always just bought $30 clearance shoes at the Kroger.
So I did the
You
same
go
thing,
to
but
the
at
go
Ross.
to the Fred Meyers, pick up a couple Nikes or Reeboks or whatever's on sale,
Whatever's
or clearance
there
or
that fits.
Asics or whatever they
It
were
doesn't
selling.
look terrible.
They don't look bad. They work. The problem I ran into was that they would deteriorate
Yeah.
faster because they were a lower quality shoe.
And they're never as comfortable as a good
Right.
shoe.
They're just not a good fully built shoe. When you get into the shoe game and that price point, you're in that $30 to $50 shoe. They're designed to break down faster. They're designed to not
Yeah.
last longer. They're designed to not have a little more cushion for the pushing, as I like to say. And the problem with that is those shoes get dirty, they get damaged. So that's why I was like, I never want to spend money on good shoes because I don't want to destroy them.
Spend twice as
Well-
much, but have it last 5 to 10 times as
Right.
long.
My wife got me onto the Brooks train.
Yeah.
Said, you got to buy Brooks. I think it'll change your life.
Was that because of Carly?
Yeah.
Carly's who
She was the one who
you
introduced me to Brooks, and she
Did you
said-
pay her back with a pair of brand new Brooks?
I did. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Good.
She's got a pair.
And what did she say? Should she go running in them often?
But she loves them. She wears them.
loves
She's
them?
got the tie-dye of the launch 8s and the tie-dye
Oh, wow.
colorway.
Cool. Yeah.
Point is, though, she got me on the Brooks. She
Yes.
had about 5 different pairs of Brooks. She loved all the different versions. She goes, these are the real deal. This is the shoe. And I said, And it wasn't until we sold our house. She goes, we got a little money in the bank now because we sold our house.
Yeah.
You should treat yourself. Get yourself a pair of shoes. I wanted to buy an S10.
Yeah.
Little
But
Chevy
shoes will
S10.
have to
I was looking, I was like, I
suffice.
could spend like $3,000, get a nice little
Well,
S10. She goes, no,
honestly, shoes go just as
go
fast.
get yourself some shoes. And I said, all right. So I
Yeah.
took some of that money, bought me some Brooks, got those first Ghost 10s back
Yeah.
then. Got the Ghost 10s.
They were like a black, right?
They were
Like a-
gray and black.
Gray and black, yeah.
Those still, to this day, probably one of my favorite pair of shoes. I had those shoes for almost 3 years. Changed my life. I could wear them all the time. I could work in them. I could do all kinds of stuff. They traveled most of the world with me. Love those shoes.
Yeah.
Got a lot of miles out of them, and then had to upgrade. Got me some Ghost 11s, then a set of Ghost 12s.
Yeah, just moving
Now
on
I've
to
got
the
like
next Ghost.
3 pairs of Ghost 13s.
Yeah.
So
You've
doing
learned
pretty
now.
good. I need to get another Ghost 14. But the point is, your foot is actually a really big part of your body, and it actually connects a lot of your back. I stopped having back issues when I got the right pair of shoes. I stopped having weird pain sensations, or my shoulders were hurting, or my leg hurt, or I was walking funny when I got good shoes.
Well, another big thing too is that, right? I have wide feet, right? Like my feet are just wider, right? And so what happens is, like recently, when I wear my Vans or when I wear my Converse, right, they don't necessarily have the width I need. I find that like my pinky toe gets like smashed into the side of my foot, right?
That sucks.
And when I'm detailing, right, and I'm going crisscross applesauce, or I'm on my hands and
Or you're
knees,
squatting.
or I'm squatting, or I'm in a weird position, I find that like my toes sometimes smashed in the side of my Vans. I'm like, oh my God, this is so, this is uncomfortable,
Right.
And I'm wearing flat shoes. And after a day of detailing on concrete, right, you think, wow, my whole body hurts, right? Because you know how you get the whole body soreness, right?
Yeah.
From detailing. And wearing a good pair of shoes, something like the Brooks, right? It goes 14s, maybe it goes 13s, whatever the heck you
Or
want to
even
go
the
with,
GTX,
right?
the Ghost GTX with Gore-Tex. So
Yeah.
got a little
Nice.
waterproof action.
Yeah.
Kind of dry out a little more. Same with
Well,
some of their trail running
takes
shoes.
a lot of pressure off that foot, right? And you can actually choose the width of the Brooks shoes you want to
You
go
can.
with. You can go with a normal, wide, narrow. I mean, they have extra wide. I think they have a couple different
they
options
understand
there.
that not everybody's foot's the same
and,
shape, so they actually make it
and
work.
coming from a guy right here who has bought in every insole known to man,
Yes.
right?
I'm guilty of that.
Dane-
Sometimes stacking multiples.
Yeah,
on top
remember
of
when
each
Dane
other
was
and
walking around
rolling
in
my
it?
ankle violently.
Our first SEMA shoes, and Dane, our second SEMA shoes
SEMA.
that we
Those
got
were the
on Amazon, they were
worst.
fake.
They
And
looked good, but they were
Foditas.
miserable.
They were Fadidas, and Dane's double
So bad.
stacked insoles into the shoe, so he was walking on high heels, basically, and he rolled his ankle.
Gained an inch, like an inch or two. He
My
was-
ankle just
Yeah,
caved.
lit.
It was so bad.
Yeah.
I was, and especially as a larger guy, that's bad news for you. So, I mean, think of it. Your shoes are essentially like tires on a vehicle. The vast majority of your performance is derived from your connection to the road. So, in the case of your shoes, without good shoes, you're going to be miserable. It's not going to be a comfortable ride, especially if you're a bigger guy like me. Shoes make all the difference. As soon as you guys got me turned on the Brooks stuff, I was feeling so much better. My back hurt less. All these other things. It was a big difference.
Yeah.
gives you some.
It sounds like I'm
serious-
seriously shilling right now, but
No,
I'm
but-
dead
but
serious.
big
It made
snap
a
off the
big
line.
difference.
But one of the big things at SEMA this year was like KCX took our idea
Yeah.
and put it to use. And they had the whole team in Brooks. They had gray launches with a black sole, looked really good next to their gray pants, black shirt.
Yeah.
Nice setup. Justin Pate cruising around, doing all his demos every day
Smart.
at SEMA in the Avery Dennison booth, rocking Brooks.
Yep.
The whole weekend, or whole week. Carter from Forged 4x4, cruising around, rocking a new pair of Levitates, Brooks Levitates. I was like, wow, impressive. Going to all the different booths and finding people wearing Brooks and saying these are my all-day comfort shoes to be able to wear and do this, it's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Let's just say I was sending them to Toby like crazy.
Yeah.
So today's sponsor.
As always, ladies and gentlemen, Dane, Anthony, if you could slide your head a little bit so people could see the box back there. Friends of Brooks running right there, ladies and gentlemen.
Behind all
right.
the other things. Okay.
Moving on.
But
We
it's
got,
true, guys. Wear good shoes. Your body will
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Tom Kirby says, a great day to see all the TRC trio in together to chat with us this Friday Eve. Well, there we go. And Aaron's says, how does interior scrubmint compare to the VLB and color lock brush?
Just like how you've written it, it's from least aggressive to most aggressive.
yeah.
Yep.
Literally,
much
scrub
exactly.
mitt, least aggressive. VLB is the next aggressive. Color lock brush is the most aggressive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're all safe. All three are super
All are
safe on
safe.
leather.
I mean, you can, yeah. I mean,
But in terms of scrubbing aggressiveness,
Yeah.
a little
Yeah.
more. So
yeah.
Yoshi. I'll trade you a 1993 Honda Accord for your truck, Dane. Cash added on your end.
oh,
Yoshi,
that's a
wow.
good deal.
Yoshi, how
Yoshi,
much you want for that 1993
I know
Honda
that 93
Accord?
Accord you have is actually, it looks to be in great shape. You
Yeah,
really
that's a
enjoy
nice,
that
I
thing.
saw a 94
I admire
white
how much
94 today, four-door, old lady driving it, looking brand new off the lot.
See, that's what I want.
I just want to
find-
tell you, Yoshi,
5-year-old
I admire
lady.
how much you love that
Yeah.
thing. And I see that and I recognize it. And that's really cool, dude.
Yoshi, is that a,
But
is
it
that,
won't-
is
that
that
deal
a,
won't
is it a
happen.
5-speed on that thing, or is it an automatic? I think they had 5 speeds on the Honda
yeah, they did.
Accords.
Yeah, they had
Anthony
5
is
speed.
very hungry
So
for another
I had
project
a-
car right now, though. So
So I had a 90 Accord, two-door coupe. I love that car.
Yeah, with the
Champagne.
seat belts at.
Yep.
Yeah.
Champagne with the red burgundy interior.
Ooh, yeah.
Nice.
Coupe. Nice
Yes.
car. My dad's friend, I remember when I was 13, bought a silver 93 4-door SE Accord
Yeah.
with the black leather interior, sunroof. That was
Premium.
That was a mean looking car. I love that
I
thing.
wouldn't say that anybody is called a mean looking.
In 93, when you're 13 years old and
Yeah.
you're looking at this new Accord and you're like,
But
you
like
could smell the new Honda
But
smell.
like the Supra came out then.
Yeah, but I didn't have a Supra. We had an 85 Supra at that time.
Yeah.
My dad was driving a Mark II. But the point was, this thing was just like, this kind of B8 car is pretty tough.
Yeah. Pretty tough. It needs some underglow.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I could definitely get
Wait
some
till you
groceries
throw
in
some
this thing.
hand-laid pinstriping down the side of this thing.
Man,
Tribal.
lay out
man.
some light.
Tribal
white
wasn't
there.
in for another several years, but Aaron's says
bad choice.
for cleaning leather, we covered that, and then we have Mario with a squirrel. It's actually a fox
That
with
looks
a
like
bat.
a fox holding a
fox.
bat. Yeah,
Bat
With a
fox.
hat.
Fox bat.
Hey, you
And
can't see it here,
then,
but it's there.
Mike G says he does not hold small things either. Mike,
That's
we
right.
totally get
Yep.
it.
Nice.
Then we got
Graham Marshall
says
Go ahead.
Happy Friday Eve, lads.
Lads.
Missed the last couple of Q&As. Got the SEMA notification, so made alternative plans, and then found out an episode was
That's it.
out.
We do sneak attacks like that. Honestly,
Yeah.
I thought I was going to SEMA with those guys, but when I ended up not going, I was like, all right, podcasts are happening. Whoever's paying attention to our notifications, they're in on it. But
Yep.
if you miss out, you miss
Me
out.
and Dane
I'm
were
sorry.
going to dress up in ninja suits, specifically the Beverly Hills ninja suits, right? And we were going to come in here and sneak attack you.
That would have been pretty cool.
Dane was going to do a cartwheel
that.
into here,
Yep.
right? I was going to come down from the ceiling, actually fall through the ceiling tiles, land on the here, and be like, "Welcome to today's podcast."
And on that note, Alex.
Is that pumpkin from August's Master of Pumpkins pumpkin patch? No, we didn't grow them that big. They're big. We had a couple that size.
So what did he end up doing with those pumpkins?
Sold them all. He made like $150.
Oh my gosh! Are
Knowing
you
him,
serious?
I would have expected him to like throw them at a neighbor's house or something.
Oh, he did after they were carved and
The
stuff.
cars that are driving by.
No,
he's just
I have 2 pumpkins in my front yard that the kids have cut open, and I said leave them for the squirrels.
dissected.
Yeah.
Leave them for the squirrels. But they were out
Okay.
there. August was out there with his hammer smashing them.
So I'm surprised he
course.
didn't take that money and go buy a bunch of medieval
Oh no,
weaponry.
he's been trying every night. Last night, so this weekend when I got home, right?
I
from-
need
from
an
SEMA.
axe. You bring him my axe, my new axe.
Yeah, he goes, hey Dad, can we go to the store? I said, well, we got to go to Fred Meyer's anyway. I got to pick up some things, get some groceries, whatnot. He goes, I better bring my money. And I said, what? Walks out with a $20 bill, right?
Yeah.
I go, what are you going to buy with that? And he goes, well, I'm going to get something. Hadley sold a bunch of corn and corn stalks. She also got paid. So she's got her money. So I get blindsided by this with them with cash. And Augie goes, finds himself a radio controlled monster truck for $15 in the toy department, brings it over, puts it in the cart and goes, this is what I'm getting. And I said, whoa, what are you doing here? Hadley comes out with this like other thing that's like this big, $15. She's like, I'm buying this. And I had to stop them. I had to call my wife, get permission.
Oh,
Hey, so the kids showed up with money and they want to buy stuff. She's like,
sneak attack.
I told them not to spend money, but Augie did ask me if he could get that monster truck, and if he's buying something, then Hadley has to get something of the same value. All right.
That's the rule, huh?
That was on Sunday. Last night, Wednesday night, take him to the grocery store to pick up Hadley's prescription. Augie, I brought another $20 bill.
What are we buying, old man?
He was looking at a radio-controlled snake.
He wants to scare kids with it.
I
or
said,
something.
you're terrified of snakes. Why would you want your own radio-controlled snake? He's like, so that I don't get so scared of them anymore.
Yeah,
Well, you
sure.
need
No,
to
he
be
I
wants
had
to
to
scare
say
other
no at
kids,
that. I go, no, that
guaranteed.
goes back. You're not buying anything. You're not spending money.
So as a
tonight.
person that appreciates quality items that are going to last him a lifetime, right? What you need to start doing is teaching him, right, the value of fine leather goods and other things that
That's
are going
what
to
I'm
last him
thinking.
forever.
Save
right?
up multiple
because when I
$20
was a
blocks
kid,
until you have something
I
more.
spent my money on crap toys, right?
Right.
That would break or wouldn't last me,
Right.
right? But if somebody would have said,
like
hey,
a nice leather belt
like
would be
this-
a good toy.
oh, not really, no, but
Some sort of leather sheath to carry a hammer.
no.
But maybe something that's going to give him a little bit more value, a little more
some
bang
sort of
for his
writing
buck
pad
later
for him
down
to
the
write
road.
in his
Right?
thoughts.
Like a Louisville,
designs.
what do you say, Louisville Slugger?
Right, like a nice baseball
like
bat.
a nice wood one, right?
Ah,
I don't
And
see that
then-
going poorly at all.
And then get him one of those, right?
Yeah.
And just say, hey,
Yeah.
this is great at your age for
Yeah.
banging up cars,
Well,
right?
to that
smashing
effect-
pumpkins, right?
To that effect, we
And
go to the
then
DMV and look at axe handles.
Yeah, exactly. Can we get my axe in here? Hey,
Yeah.
And my axe.
I got a
Show them the
request.
difference of what a good walnut or an ash handle can
Yeah.
do, and just have that. We don't need to add an axe to it. Use it like you'd use a baseball bat. It's just an
I
axe
just
handle.
think that
Nice hardwood.
He seems like a guy that could start to enjoy mature, things.
Yeah, no, he is. He's any type of hammer or cutting implement be perfect.
Yeah.
So
I
Oh
agree.
dear.
he went to my dad's, found a scythe, and was like, "Where's that coming from?" So he goes, "What do I do with that? That looks pretty cool." I said, "You cut things with it." He was very intrigued. I told him he couldn't climb up on and get that off the wall. But
Yeah.
anyway, Patrick
right.
Kennedy saying,
Patrick.
"Happy to be here."
Thank you,
you,
Patrick.
Patrick. We appreciate it. And then Kevin J. Last, I've been using bead maker after every wash, but today had lots of smears on the hood. Can only remove by using a still damp Gauntlet towel. Do you know what could have caused the smears?
Too much protection is usually the answer.
Too much bead maker, or too high a humidity when you were washing. Those are the two main reasons for it. So in that sense, you actually use less bead maker on the surface. The other thing to do is probably start using Dream Maker instead of bead
Yeah.
maker after every wash. So,
I was just going to hand this. You want to set this over?
oh, okay, yeah,
Okay.
there we go.
So, yeah. No, so I just want to give a shout out here.
Just things
'cause-
we keep in the
Yeah,
office.
speaking of quality things here,
We're taking the cover off.
If
Okay.
you are in search of a new splitting
like this,
axe,
Dane, for you.
check out this new axe from Lexavon here. So this is the V28S splitting axe. And then we also have their torque wrenches. I'm a huge fan of their torque wrenches. I use them in all my car endeavors.
we are not
And,
sponsored by these people, okay?
Well, Anthony is. We're
No, I'm not. And so just go ahead and check them out. But I was just thinking, we were talking about axes, right?
Yeah, mhm.
We have an axe here. I thought, what a good time to go ahead and bring
Right,
that out.
bring it in, talk,
And,
give it a little
So
taste.
maybe down the road, you give that thing to Augie once he's
Maybe,
ready to
yeah.
start welding that and see what kind of damage he can do.
Yeah.
I would sleep with one eye open. Okay, moving on.
JR75 Chev saying, you guys ever use O&R in your pressure washers for a spotless rinse? Yes.
Well,
It
you don't
has
really
been-
get a
You don't get a
Spot,
spotless.
but it's
you just,
runs.
you get a
That's
little safety net.
not
It's a
how it
water
really
softener,
works.
but it's not like that.
Yeah, but we used to run a truck that would wash for the dealerships, and one of the things that set the truck apart from from the other guys was we had a 500-gallon tank of water in the back, or no, it was 250 gallons. So we would fill that tank with water, and then they would pour 1 gallon of O&R into that,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
and they would spray that. So that water mixture was what they used with O&R. So it was 250 to 1, and they were washing cars in the at like a dealership. And then they had a bunch of Dry Me Rivers
Yeah.
that we were using, and so they would go through and dry off the cars that way. And so it helped a little bit.
It's a lot
because-
better than how most dealerships
Right.
do. So credit where credit is due.
provided some light encapsulation, some light emulsification for that dust, provided a little more gloss at the end for the cars because
Yeah.
the guys were able to dry them off. And it was a good gig. I had about 6 teenagers that would go do these lots. They'd charge $2 a car
Yeah.
to wash all these dealership cars, and each lot, I mean, they're making $200 and they'd do it every 3 days or 4 days. They were doing really good.
Of course, you look around
lot
right
of
now
money.
at the new car lots, and you just see
Yeah, you don't
empty
have the
lots
cars.
for miles. And the ones that are there, they don't last long enough to even get water
Yep.
spots. So
Yeah.
Know what you
Richard
mean.
L. Hey guys, does the Pro Blend bottle dispenser fit on the KCX bottle too? What other bottles does it fit on? I think you're talking about a little thing that fits on the top. Yes,
Yeah.
it should be all on a standard bottle, like a soda bottle or like
the threading is similar.
Threading's very similar. I don't know the name of that. So,
Yeah.
Edna Rick saying, is it okay to clay ceramic coatings? Yes, it's totally safe to
Just
do that.
being
Just
careful.
less pressure on.
If you
the
feel
clay.
yourself adding pressure, it's too much pressure.
I would normally say, hey, go check out our clay towel because it's fantastic for that. But we've been out of that clay towel for a very long time.
Yeah.
It's unfortunately been quite a while.
Yeah,
so
it's stuck on a ship somewhere.
we are working to get it here, but we
out
can't
in the
make a
port.
ship magically appear.
Again,
so.
we're going to be fast and furiousing these situations.
Oh, man.
See.
Yeah.
Alex Dewar saying, Richard, if you get the 32-ounce Pro Blend, it should work fine. Patrick Kennedy, hey guys, previous owner bed-lined the lower half of my doors and fenders. How do I get it off? Oh, that's a hard one.
That's like the high school kid move these days.
Watch my recent, watch my what's it called?
My
I'm
video
gonna take a
on
wild guess.
video.
It's like a Dodge Ram or like a Jeep Cherokee or something, and they just like the whole bottom.
I show you how to use an eraser wheel in one of our latest videos.
So-
Oh yeah,
So
go back
here's-
and watch the. Do
Not
not watch
useless.
this video.
Here's the
video.
problem. That stuff, even though sometimes doesn't bond properly, it bonds properly in other areas.
Ah,
So
yeah.
taking it off means you're gonna have to get it all off.
So, because for example,
Do you plan on repainting the vehicle?
edges, right, along the lower portions, right? What's going to happen is you might be able to get some of that front part off, right? But when you go to take off those lower portions where the paint is thinnest around the edges of the door, right? You could take off that paint
Completely.
and
Yeah,
way
it's
more
gonna take
with
everything
it
with it.
Yep.
because of that edge and how thin that paint is over there. So
Yeah.
that's something to think about.
So realistically, sand it off, repaint it.
Yeah.
About all you can do,
That's-
or
that's-
re-bed liner it.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to
Honestly.
just make it look nicer, clean up the lines on it, make it look like a better.
Yeah,
bed
or
line-
go
unless
get
you
a
don't-
nicer bed liner. Take it down to like Line-X or Rhino lining or
Yeah.
something like that, or the Venom liner or Bulletproof. Any of those companies, or the Bullet liner. Get any of the nicer,
Well, it would be
and
nice.
you can even color line it.
You might be able to,
What
like,
would be
refinish
nice
it
is
for
that
you.
for the people
Yeah,
out there in
little
the future
thicker,
that
nicer.
want bed liner, it would be nice if there was something like a wrap that was like bed liner look.
Oh,
But
there
it
is.
just there isn't anything
Avery
like that.
Dennison makes one.
What?
It's their new bed liner wrap.
Wow.
They were doing a Porsche Taycan
Yeah.
at the SEMA show. They were bed linering it in black with the color flow in other panels. And it looks so good, so much so.
Jeez.
I'm going to redo the wrap on Ragnarok with their
Whoa.
army green version. That's
Oh,
Bed liner.
what I'm going to do.
that's gonna
Wow.
Their
be
bed liner vinyl.
a Banff truck right
Wow.
there.
Is it
Gonna
yeah.
look too.
textured?
Yeah.
No way.
What kind
It's
of what kind of
nice.
texture is it?
I will have
Bed
to show you
liner.
guys. It's pretty dope.
So it's just, no, but I mean like
No,
it's
it's
like
a- it's not
it's
a
like gear
thick-
tape kind of texture.
No,
or is
it's a very smooth, smaller particulate style texture, but it's very
Okay.
uniform. It looks really, really.
So it's not
good.
it's not like gritty feeling.
Oh, it's gritty, but it's got some glide over it,
Okay. Okay.
and it's not going to catch. So I could run a towel over it, have no issues,
Interesting.
kind of wash.
Yeah, I
all
want to
that
see
stuff.
this stuff.
Really cool, but really, really cool to see. This thing looked awesome,
But in like
the
olive
black.
drab.
Yeah, that's basically the color I'm going to use, like the color of your shirt, Anthony. But it was the black on this Taken when they did it. It looked so tough. It looks so cool. And they were saying it's really easy to lay. Doesn't have any of the issues that some of that stuff does. It's much easier to lay than the carbon. So
Interesting.
Well, you heard it here first.
Wow.
Joey Drisdale, hey TRC family, I just got an IK Pro foam sprayer. What would be a good dilution ratio for APC to use for engine bay cleaning and door jams? 10-1, 5-1, any of those work just fine.
10-1.
Poet
leaning
saying,
that way.
hey fellas, happy Friday Eve. What's up, man? How are you? Good to
Hey,
see
hey.
you. Decon detailing, Liquidator versus Gauntlet. What's y'all's personal choice? I have both and prefer the Liquidator. My go-to at home is a Liquidator. But if I have a fresh Gauntlet, man, I'm using a fresh Gauntlet.
It's a good feeling. I have liquidators at home just because.
I also really I've been doing that sanding
how
and
they
polishing
feel.
job. I've been using 12-12 gauntlets as my
Yeah, clean up time.
compound and polish removal towel.
Oh, really?
Really nice. Really nice.
that's a beefy
It's a
removal
good-
towel.
Well, it's a 12-12. It's
yeah,
tiny.
no,
It's
but
nice.
they're smaller,
Yeah.
but they're dense.
Yeah,
like
but they got a
real
lot of
dense.
good bite.
Yeah.
A lot of
Really?
good bite.
Oh,
yeah.
For the people that find out how good the FTW is at
Yeah.
removing compounds and polishes, but I tell them don't get used to it because it clogs up those fibers pretty fast with
Yeah.
the product, and you have
Yeah.
to really wash them a couple times. But it is a
It's
very
really
towel
good
for that.
while it's really good.
It's a secret. Right? You can't go telling a bunch of people.
If you
that.
know, you know.
But I preferably, in my opinion, between the two, they're like neck and neck for me,
They are.
right? Because the I don't want to say there's things I don't like about the Liquidator. I also don't want to say there's not things I don't like about the Gauntlet. But sometimes the flop of the Gauntlet, the weight of the Gauntlet, depending on what I'm drawing, sometimes I'm like, dang, this just feels too much right now. Like I don't want to I don't want to do that much work, right? Whereas other times I think I'm like, man, the Liquidator. I love the loops. Sometimes they still catch things, right?
Yeah.
That's part of
Yeah,
the towel
that's the
design.
trade-off
That's how
of
they
that
work.
design.
And so it's kind of the trade-off thing. So I love them both, and I think it really just depends on what I reach into the bin first. Whatever I pull out, that's what I'm using. I say, cool, go with it. But then all the times, the Twistress is still a great towel.
Mm-hmm.
You
I
know,
still love the
being
Twisters.
small.
Twisters is great. All right.
Grant Hawtrey, I am, first off, your family has been up there for far too long in
Have
my
you checked
attic.
on them? It's
You
starting getting
checked on
cold.
them?
So I didn't check on him. I haven't checked on him since before the baby.
Oh, yeah, you guys have kind of been busy.
Grant, I'm so sorry.
And as you can imagine, it's weird having a family up in my attic, right? Knowing that I have a newborn baby in the house.
That baby's going to learn some hard life lessons.
And we're
here
getting
coming
into
up
the
soon.
cold months, right? We're not really running the
I
heater.
remember heat rises.
Well, we're not running as much, but I'm hoping that maybe they're getting some source of heat up there. Some
You have a
way,
lot
somehow.
of vents up on the ceiling?
No,
Like-
but I was
I'm
thinking.
just imagining him running the car in the garage. This is okay, right?
No, so what I was going to do is kind of go in my garage and take a gun and kind of shoot some holes
No!
through the ceiling,
Ah,
right?
ventilation holes.
So, yeah, just so they can breathe a little bit better. It just when the holes start dripping is when I'll start to get worried.
For whatever
But-
makes sense.
alphabet agency is watching, this is all make believe.
So Grant asking, you may have already covered it, but takeaway thoughts on SEMA, how much foot traffic, less vendors, interesting products, etc. So yes, there was normal SEMA 2019 was 180 something thousand vendors, or I mean attendees.
Yeah.
This year was 94,000 attendees, so 50%
Half.
down, half the population there, and then 30% decrease in vendor count. So there was 1,300 vendors. Normally there's 1,800 vendors. So just about 30%. However, there was the addition of a new hall that was 600,000 square feet. Show
Yeah.
floor.
Is that all?
That's all. The building's 1.5 total.
Okay.
So
yeah, I was
huge,
waiting for the
huge
million.
house. But you got to remember, it's all bathrooms. The rest of that million square
Oh.
feet's all bathrooms.
Love
food
That
court.
many
Sure it is.
bathrooms?
It's got that many bathrooms. I'm telling you. Telling you, Anthony. So, point is the thing about it was they spaced everything out much more. So even though there were a lot of open spaces, they turned the North Hall into purely mobile electronics. That was
So
the
no
so
more
the-
detailing,
nope.
no more.
So
okay.
the central hall, so like take North Hall, the center was always mobile electronics. The left side was always car care restyling.
it was all like
and the
Metra
right,
and CAT
yeah,
scans.
and the right
and-
was
yeah.
like tools and equipment. Well,
Yeah.
this year they took the North Hall, made it all mobile electronics, and on the left hand side they did a bunch of Baja 1000 Baja trucks and old
Cool.
vintage Baja trucks. And on the right side where they would have done tools, they did a whole Chip Foos exhibit with about 20 cars.
I think I saw.
And they only did
yeah.
about 20 cars on either side, so it was weirdly spaced out. Like all of a sudden you had all
very
this room
open.
because of these other things out there. In our hall, they had 500,000 square feet, over 500,000 square feet, dedicated to just restyling car care and off-road and
Okay.
trucks. So really well spaced out. And the off-road and trucks used to be Upper South Hall. So Upper South Hall became tools and equipment. They changed a lot of stuff around. So my dad went
Yeah.
to SEMA, my dad and my uncle. And my dad said, that was awesome. I don't feel like I missed anything because he hasn't been to SEMA in over 7-8 years.
I was just say it's been so long. He hasn't seen some of the more recent, like explosively huge ones.
Exactly. So to my dad,
So it didn't feel that different for
it
him.
didn't feel that different. It was still SEMA to him.
Gotcha.
For us, yes, we noticed
retro
some
experience.
light. We noticed some lighter traffic, but for the company, we showed very well. We got a lot of leads. We had a great SEMA, and honestly, it went by very fast.
Yeah.
Look
The
down,
people who
at,
showed
like
up
we'd
were more
start the morning,
serious.
look down at our phones. It's 3:00, like crazy fast. Like holy cow, busy days. So all in, really good. New products, interesting products. I never made it around too much. However, that, like I said, the textured vinyl from Avery,
That's
really
cool.
Just wandering around, seeing what other people had brought was really cool. Seeing the Hummer display was really neat. The new GMC Hummer EV display. They had a Suburban, basically Hummer Suburban, or so like an H2 or whatever.
yeah, it's like
going
their
to be called.
EV2 or something. and
It looks awesome.
they look
Heard,
really good.
Did you know there was an electric Honda S2000 there?
I didn't see it. If
There was
Yeah.
also a Tesla with a V8 in it.
but there was a lot of neat stuff.
Backwards.
Toyota had a truck bed trailer
Yeah.
that they had built specifically for camping that you
Well,
could.
those
build.
it's a real thing. You can
Yeah,
buy
you
that.
can buy it and use
Buy
it.
the truck. See, you were setting a trend.
I've
two,
told
2
people.
years ago.
I've
at
told
Green
people.
Bean
truck
before
bed
it
trailers
ever
are where
happened.
it's at.
It makes the most sense.
It
The
makes
most
the most
bang for
sense.
your buck,
Yeah.
and they're perfect, right? But where are we at now, though?
Right.
We
Hey.
have truck bed trailers that basically drive themselves.
Yeah, basically.
It's
You
basically a
just
whole
get in it
camping
and
rig.
drive it.
Yeah.
So Dane's going to have one soon. All right. Occasional gentleman saying just got a new TV and was wondering what your recommendations are for cleaning the screen. I was thinking FTWs. Yeah, FTWs and a good glass cleaner work great.
Well, what if it's not made out of glass? What if it is made out
Well,
of...
let's say you
If
want
it's
to use
one of those
something like
touchscreen materials or something more like the older LCDs where they have the kind of film on the front, I prefer to use a micro suede of some kind,
See,
where it's a little soft.
I still think the FTW will do it.
I think O&R is the best thing I have ever
Yeah.
used on
Oh no, I meant as a
any-
towel. O&R though, yeah, is a
O&R is a
chemical.
good one. So I'll use either
Yeah.
O&R, like on mine, my Vizios. My children love to touch the TVs. I don't know why. I've told them multiple times there's no need to touch the television.
There's fingerprints
Yeah.
on them quite
oh,
often.
Oh my gosh.
So
it's
many.
like,
You ever find food on
Yes,
the TV? Oh,
yes.
wow.
Anthony, it's going to become a thing.
Okay.
Anything
So-
gloss black in the house is done for.
So basically, I do FTWs.
Yeah.
I also use the Purple Pearl. I really like the Purple Pearl because it's got a little more bite.
That's a
It's
good
a little
call.
softer, and it works in that bridging that gap between the FTW and maybe your
It's
suede.
not too big.
It helps wipe clean those areas.
Now, I
So-
did tell somebody recently who was asking me this very question with like a large computer monitor. I was explaining when you're caring for your screen, it depends on a couple of things. But if you're dusting, you want to use something that has longer fibers, can reach. You're not making as much
Correct.
contact with the surface. An Eagle 350 is excellent for that kind of thing. An Eaglet, in this case, great idea. That kind of thing is good if you're just doing dusting and you either don't have a product and you're trying to do it lightly and not scratch anything as best you can. That's a good way to do it. But when you actually have to eliminate like fingerprint smudges, stuff that's actually on the surface, like in there, that's where you turn to what you're talking about
Yep.
with like the pearl and stuff. That's a great solution for that.
All right.
Yeah,
So we
Amy.
have Amy says, new to detailing, I recently put a flashlight to my black trim and saw all the swirls. Shocked face. My vehicle is mainly a light gray. Any suggestions on how to clean it up? I don't have any machines. So Amy, you don't really need any machines. For cleaning up your trim, like let's just say it's your pillars on the exterior, you can take like a nice light polishing product, like a polishing
Fillers for the pillars.
what do you
Yeah,
say?
like you could use Uno Protect. You
Uno
could
Protect.
use P601 by Koch.
Yeah, hyper polish I think is also great.
Hyper
Basically, there is polishes that we sell on our website, right? That are it's kind of hard to how do you explain what a polish is for somebody that's really new to detailing? It's a liquid chemical that has light abrasives in it.
Correct.
That's able to remove things.
Yeah,
right?
I would say like the Koch Chemi P601 would probably be your best one for this situation
So-
because it's designed to do a little bit of filling
Yeah, and correcting.
and correcting. And if you pair it with like, you could even use a Pearl Puck. You could use any of
5x7
our
applicator.
5x7 applicator, any of our applicator sponges, and you could just put some on the pad and rub it on.
Mr. Miyagi it.
Yeah, Mr. Miyagi it, wipe it on, wipe it off, and you may see a big difference for what you want to do. Now, as to like a full hand polish, we don't carry a full hand polish right now.
The few
but-
times we hand polish, we end up using like an actual
I use
polish. we use
yeah,
for a
I
machine.
use machine
but-
chemicals.
But
and even
I will
hand
say
polishing.
for those type of things, your black trim, many car manufacturers don't actually really use a very strong clear coat. So we try to tell people to kind of watch out for that. Stay away from it. It's not something to really worry about as much. So to brighten it up, perfect situation for that P601, not having a machine and using it by hand and working that on there. It works great.
Well, Amy, you could also consider this if it really bothers you and it continues to bother you. Let's just say they come back with every wash that you do, depending if you hand wash or take it through a tunnel. Something you can do is maybe go down to a paint protection film shop if
That's
you have
exactly
one locally
what I was
to you.
gonna
Yeah.
say,
And you
yes.
go there and you say, hey, how's it going? I'm not sure if you guys are capable of doing this, but are you able to machine polish my pillars here and then put paint protection film over there to seal them in, and
Yep.
you won't have that swirling ever
Something
again.
a little more scratch resistant goes a long way.
Just give it a try. Aaron's says, is it leather shoes cleaning in the mall? Is it leather shoes cleaning?
For detailing shoes. Oh, no, we're not talking about detailing shoes. We're talking about shoes you wear while you're detailing. It's
Yeah.
different.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's for wearing shoes.
Shoes you want to wear because you want to be comfortable while you're detailing.
However,
a car
if you
or
want to
something.
detail your shoes, you
Yeah.
can pick up the Color Lock leather and shoe
Yes.
cleaning kit that we carry, which we've used multiple times on our Brooks to clean them up.
Concrete proof. That stuff is amazing.
Yeah.
We got, Tug R says, Coach can be Microcut and Uno Pure seem similar. Any differences you've noticed between them?
Yeah, there's
So
differences.
between the
Yeah.
two, Microcut is going to be a much thicker polish.
More viscous.
It's more, compared to, or is it less viscous?
Less, I don't know. Anyway.
Anyways,
Point is, it's thicker.
Pure is quite liquidy. Microcut is quite thicker.
Also,
paste.
Microcut has some light fillers in it.
Yeah.
Microcut does have some light fillers in it. Well, there's Microcut and finished, and there's original Microcut. We feel like Microcut still does have a little bit of some filling characteristics, but typically doesn't mask
Yeah.
it. It don't mask anything, especially when you go to wipe it with a like a panel wipe type of product. But with Uno Pure obviously it has no fillers in it. It is a pure polish. But I would say between the two, both have very similar cut to them. I think in terms of looks, that's where it gets kind of tough because I personally, this is just me, I think Microcut gives me a glossier finish than Pure does. I feel
Agreed.
like it just has more depth to it, has a little bit more than Pure has. And we've done quite a few tests. I mean, me and Levi ran through the entire Coach line, especially on the polishing things, and we said, hey, these just look different than other polishes, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
But for some people that like maybe the simplicity of something like Uno Pure and being able to use it on almost everything, or like the simplicity of hyper polish, it may not be enough for you to change. You may not notice that visually enough to maybe buy the product and have that be your replacement.
Yeah.
Something to think about. Aaron says buying
A true sneakerhead.
buying
All right.
a Air Force shoe or Jordan for higher quality.
Those are the kind of shoes that people like fight over. So yeah.
I don't know. I
Some
fight
vintage
over
choices.
these. I fight over my Brooks.
Yeah.
They're all right in front of the thing. That's a great shot. Look at that.
Brooks are my new concert shoes, right? While
Yeah.
everybody's in the concerts wearing Air Force Ones and Jordans, right? I'm going to be in there wearing Brooks, and people are going to be like, "Yeah, this is awesome," and I'm going to be standing in comfort.
Nice posture.
See,
nice
it's going to
back.
be either the Ghosts or the Glycerins for me. Glycerins if I really want to just glide on a cloud everywhere I
Ooh,
go.
nice.
Yeah.
That was
It's
good.
nice. All right.
Scott Matern. Hey guys, I've been sitting on a bottle of C6 Matte Dash, and I'm about to try it out on a Honda. Any tips? Just wipe it on and off? Yeah, basically that's it,
That's
man.
about it.
Yeah, it's about as easy as it gets.
Worth it though. Very
And
much.
then Mike G says, Scott, simple to wipe on, wipe off. It goes on really nice. You'll enjoy it. There
Yes,
you go.
you will.
Yeah. Have you still been using TriClean a lot?
I don't really use TriClean. I use Express.
I set it down for several months, and then I picked it back up again to clean up some stuff in Katie's car.
It cleans well.
And
Cleans
man,
really well.
I don't know. There's a weird smell to TriClean that I like. It's a weird smell, but I like it a
Oh
lot.
no, Grant.
It's strange. What's going on here?
There's not enough bleach in the world to pour in my eyes to get the image of Dane in high heels out of my head.
Oh.
Grant, where did you get that idea?
Well, because I said you were high heeling it
Oh,
with your double stacked.
that was literally because I had
with the
terrible
double-
shoes, the Foditas as we called them,
And
and I had
double-stacked
multiple layers of
orthopedics.
orthopedic inserts in there. They were terrible. They were comfy for 5 seconds until you try and walk, and then suddenly it's just top lower. It's like a rollover incident because you decided to get
Just
Foyo
breaking
tires for your
ankles.
truck, and you just
Okay, well,
careen off a
Before
cliff.
break, let's be honest. Have any of you guys ever tried to walk in heels? Be honest with me.
No.
I think, yeah,
I have.
There
I'll
was
be
there was
honest.
a
I tried
girlfriend who was
walking
just
in
like, "Oh,
heels
you want to
once.
try them on? You think it's funny that I like topple around?" It's like, "Oh man, how hard could it be?" I said stupidly, and then I tried it. It was
Yeah.
miserable.
I tried it once.
I just went nope. Well, first of all, my toes were like,
No, I mean,
ow.
I mean, I did when I was a little kid, but I haven't had experience as a mature male.
Well, I'm just
okay.
saying that it was a long night of walking
Okay.
around. It basically seems like
I don't envy anyone who has to wear those for extended periods of time.
There we go.
No.
RSX Freak 79 saying Happy Veterans Day to all the brave men and women that served. Thank you for your service.
Thank
Us.
you.
Oh, and thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you, RSX Freak 79.
Absolutely.
Blaine Endo saying, Aloha guys, I need wax recommendation for fresh paint. Just got my car repainted. I was told no silicone or ceramic for 2 months, body, 3 months, wheels. Thanks in advance. So yeah, I'm going to say that. So you could wax
Thank you, Blaine. That was very
your
nice.
car. You could, yeah, and thank you, Blaine. Appreciate it.
I was gonna say, we
super
clap
chat.
for the super chat. I was trying to make it clear that he
Come on.
added that at the end.
Yeah,
That
but
was
you
super
jumped
nice.
it. I was still stuck on answering his
Oh,
question.
okay.
So
I was gonna go back.
ceramic, no. I am adamant against that for a lot of different reasons. We've had issues where we feel like sometimes, even though coating may be permeable, gas permeable, the clear coat may not be 100% in working with a gas permeable coating. So
They don't get along sometimes.
they don't really get along sometimes. Depends on the product. So the best course of advice, wait at least 5 months before you do that. Now, they will tell you don't need to use a sealant, but I will say if you want to use bead maker, you'll be fine with bead maker on the surface. If you want to put wax is going to be fine. Just know that you're going to want to stay on top of it. But honestly, bead maker works great. Don't worry about it too much. The biggest thing is like you see silicone and ceramic. So you can use a sealant.
Well, you know what I would do?
Be careful.
You say he's got to repaint, right?
Yeah,
I'm guessing it's a full repaint.
possibly.
Probably
yeah.
looks pretty nice, right? Do you know of any? I mean, I think a nice. That's the thing. It's got a little bit of some sealants in it, but I think that Kosh Chemi wax looks really good.
Kosh Chemi wax is really nice. Honestly, you could buy that and use it.
But I mean,
think
it
you'd
just
like
depends on how much you're wanting to spend. It's $150 basically.
Yeah, but it's good.
Damn,
It's
it's
good
a good
wax.
wax.
Yeah, it's
I
good
like
wax.
it. So on that note,
gonna go to break.
it is time for us to go to a very short break. Typically not long enough for any of us to go to the bathroom or
No, I'm looking forward to see you guys sprint.
really do anything for that matter. But the thing is we got to keep it short because we know you guys have plenty of
there
questions
was a
coming
door
up.
right here.
So yeah,
Just go
we'll
straight
see you
out.
here in just a few minutes.
Hey guys, it's Anthony with the Rag Company, and do you
Hey guys, Levi for the Rag Company.
So like I was saying, Levi, there I
Yes,
was,
so-
right? Jumping off this skyscraper, right?
Okay.
I had a wingsuit on.
That's
I'm
crazy.
flying down, right? Gliding through these Wait, are we live?
We're on.
Oh,
You're telling me
oh,
story.
yeah.
Oh, sorry.
I don't
So-
have any
listening.
comments showing up.
Oh
but
no,
yes, we
yeah,
are-
yeah. So that was
we
just
are
a
live.
dream. But
Oh,
anyways, now
okay.
that we're back
From-
on the live,
all
that's
right.
good. So let's go ahead and answer some questions.
I
Well,
would if I. If I
Fun
had
fact: we
some,
don't
but-
have any of them up here, so Dane's gonna have to read them off of his cell phone.
So,
for the last
here's what happened. There was
series
a
of
small
numbers.
technical error to where basically went to the break, right, and something froze up on us. So we tried to basically do a mild reset to try to get us out of there. Ended up having to result in a hard reset as it got caught in this weird loop. So here we are. We're back. Hopefully, we're able to find your questions. If we're not able to find your questions, and it is a very timely thing, drop them down in the comments.
Yeah,
right.
easy.
Yeah,
pop on
throw
this.
us-
Throw them down in the comments.
here.
We're
Throw us
trying
some
to-
comments. Now I have to find where we were back
Okay.
in the comments. So please bear with while I
Dane's
figure
gonna
out
Dane's
where
gonna get
those
that.
are.
So one of the fun things that we had.
You know what this means? They're not going to let us do bathroom breaks anymore. They're going to say,
You're not
"Hey,
allowed to leave.
Right.
that one time, remember when things went down?
Hey, there we
there we
there's
go.
A bunch of okay. Let's
All right.
Let's take a look here. We got to go back a page.
Oh, wow. Maybe a DOS
no,
attack.
maybe a
Very
few
nice.
pages.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
man. Look at. Oh, wow. Keep going, Dane. Keep going.
That's 4 pages.
All right. Here we
Okay.
go. Right here. This page.
Yes, we are right after the super
Yep.
chat. So there we go.
Yo-Hurl says, yeah, I thought I had good shoes. Not so
that's
much.
Not what that
That's
is.
not the question. All
That's
right.
okay. I hit that. You know what? Things are happening, but that's just technical.
We're gonna read it. Read it,
Defense
Levi.
ain't that- Well, that's just a
Yo-Hurl
time.
says, yeah, I thought I had good shoes. Not so much. 3 years detailing, 1 pair, getting them soon. Recently bought a TENS unit. Works wonders. TENS unit for the sore muscles, all that kind of stuff.
So we were actually just looking at the Brooks website, right? So me, Levi, and Dane, we probably shouldn't put this out there. They're going to sell out.
we need those. Until, I
yeah,
gotta
we
wait
need
until
those.
payday.
Yeah. There's a certain shoe color scheme we want.
New
in
Brooks
the
color
Brooks.
scheme looks pretty dope. So
Decon Detailing says, for those who haven't tried it, NMS is a must-try product, especially when you have no protection on your vehicle or customers. Being able to give you a base layer to help it is just amazing. So, Decon, you have a really good point there. So, Nano Magic, we were actually using it just the other day. We were shooting some video footage for Amazon for it, and the water behavior is much different than you would expect it to be. So, it is absolutely a water sheeter rather than a water beater, but it's slick, it feels good, but it's funny to see when you start hitting with that pressure washer, that water just shrinks and shrivels and pulls right off the panel. But it does, in fact, have great protection to
Pretty
it.
cool.
And so definitely a fan. Like I said, I said before, I'm not saying you have to go buy it, right? But Decon's saying it's a must try, right? So maybe
Definitely a must try.
if you want to try it, go for it, right?
Yeah.
But definitely pick up Top Star. Don't not buy Top Star because Top Star is amazing and
It's
you
good
need
stuff.
it.
It's good stuff. Han says Mission Impossible style.
I like how
think he
not
means
impossible. It's Mission Possible.
correct.
It's a much less interesting movie. far less interesting.
All these guys are just doing the thing.
I'm gonna go get some yogurt from the
making it
fridge.
work.
Mission Possible.
Making it work.
He did it.
Wow, he got the yogurt.
Hey,
Great job,
didn't
Stuart.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. And then Yoshi says it's a 5-speed. Interior
It's a
is nice,
5-speed?
beautiful dark blue, and near immaculate.
Easy
I just need to
sledgehammer.
replace the trim piece around the AC and the radio that is cracked.
Yoshi, I have pieces over here at the Jalopy Jungle right across the
Go
street.
look for some 94.
Readily
Yoshi,
available.
I
Or
think
Or
that
93s.
Accord might be in better hands with me.
It could be.
Wow,
Right.
them's fighting words.
I'm just saying I have the ability to fix those things that you've
Yeah.
neglected, and I would take very good care
Is
of
it
it.
a 4-door or a 2-door?
Dang.
What else we got? Yoshi saying,
All right, then we've got Yoshi
unfortunately, the
saying-
exterior needs a bit of work.
Oh.
2 panels were repainted in a base clear and are now peeling. 1 QP quarter panel looks to be spray painted. All top surfaces are covered in hail. What should I do? Sell it to Anthony.
Sell it to Anthony.
Sell it to me. Actually, so I wanted it until I heard about the hail damage. So
A lot of money
the thing
in
is,
PDR.
I can spray paint things. I can do some what's amateur body work
Yeah.
we're calling that
You
nowadays.
can throw in some Bondo and all those little holes.
Yeah.
Sit there for hours.
Not the best. You can't look. It's a 5-footer job, right? But the hail is something I'm not that good at PDR yet.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
That's too funny though. Hans,
I can't send these, but I can
says smack Dane just 3 fingers.
Just lost 3
Yeah, he's talking about the axe that
Yeah.
they had in here earlier.
Smack. Oh, Dane just lost 3 fingers. Mike Spina, fellow Coke enthusiast, says, hey guys,
Hey, Mike, I hope you're still around because it's from a while ago.
Dabbler, saying, hey guys, I'll be moving into a new place soon and redoing my garage. What tools, equipment, accessories would you recommend as must-haves? I've got a list going. P.S. So rad to meet you at SEMA, Levi. It was good to
Very
meet you too,
cool.
man.
Yeah. So, Dabbler, a couple things you don't need, right? You definitely don't need a Viper chair,
No.
right? Those guys over there don't know what they're doing, right? Don't need one of those. I'm hoping they're watching
Reverse
this.
psychology
I'm hoping
right
they're
now.
watching this.
You don't need a spot-free system.
Anthony, everybody needs a Viper chair. Okay,
You don't
so
need a spot-free system.
So yeah. So I would say, Dabbler, if you haven't watched our garage tours, I'm sure you probably have. Maybe there's some good ideas in there for
Yeah,
you.
start watching them.
I
See what you
think,
think.
I think the basics are, paint. I think the basics are maybe flooring, definitely some type of storage
And
solution.
have a spot to actually do some light counter work.
Yes, have a counter space because counter space is huge. Have some type of pressure washing setup if that's what you choose to do out of that. And then I would say, and then just have. I'm a fan of having tools. I like having the right tools for the job. Which, speaking of which,
Oh, this guy.
Yeah, I'm kidding.
You put that away right
I'm
now.
kidding. No, but that's what those are my must-haves. And then good lighting. Good lighting is everything for me.
Yeah.
So,
I need to switch out my lights to LED because I got my power bill in the mail.
yeah.
Said I'm using over 100% more electricity than any other home in my size bracket.
Well, so you want to know somebody that can talk to you about variety of lighting.
Yeah.
He's actually sitting right next to you, right?
Wow.
This man right here happens to
You
have
may be the master of shine, but I'm the master of shining with lights.
Very nice.
So there's that.
Very
He's got a
eclectic.
CFL light. He's got LED. He's got halogen.
And so you can read red rum on the back door. Yeah, so Poet's here popping in again saying, is there any major difference between very expensive coatings, $500 plus, assuming installation, in comparison with things like CSL, CSU, etc.?
So yeah, a lot of it more so boils down to the warranty of the coating, as well as the longevity. That's really the difference. They try to make these kind of almost over-the-counter coatings accessible to everybody, whether it's professional install or not, based on the number of years you're willing to keep the car. If you want to get a professional coating done and you're willing to pay the extra money to pay a detailer to install it and do all that, it comes with extra things. It comes with the fact that you get a little bit of correction. Maybe you get a maintenance package. Maybe you get a couple other, there's little extra perks that are kind of added in.
Sure.
But the biggest thing for me when I used to sell coatings was the extra ability to sell as either an accredited detailer or as a actual warranty. And so the warranty usually helped sell the detail at the end. So if that professional level coating carries a warranty, makes it much easier to be able to do that kind of stuff. So,
But is there any chemical difference between
longevity mostly?
Longevity,
and
right.
higher chemical resistance usually. The higher solid content coatings usually were the professional level ones.
Yeah.
So you could have a little more durability, a little more scratch resistance, a little more chemical resistance. So yes, they are better. It's not the same. Like
Right. It's
you
not
know,
just
there's
the
a
same
big
stuff
difference between
repackaged.
CSU and CSL.
Yeah.
Like they are. One is Crystal Serum Ultra, the other is Crystal Serum Light, meaning it's a lighter percentage of the active ingredients that are in CSU.
Yeah.
Same with like OptiCoat Pro Plus is much different than OptiCoat Pro or Gloss Coat for that matter.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there are differences, and but I mean, really though, for what we're able to sell nowadays, right, and just what's consumer grade level. I mean, you guys are
Ease of
pretty
installation,
spoiled.
too.
I mean, you guys are pretty spoiled with what you have nowadays.
Yeah.
I mean, everything from CSL to EXO
To Legend.
to Inspiration, Legend, all those. I mean, they're just such good products. So,
Yeah.
First from Puerto Rico says the Tesla from Rich rebuild.
That's the one
Yeah.
with the V8 in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vigor says Levi's kids putting fingerprints on the TV, man, must be so frustrating. Probably just as frustrating as jumping out of the shower wet and walking on the floor dripping water everywhere. Exactly.
That's a thing.
Another thing I had to yell at my children last night about
Yeah.
because they stand there dripping all the water, and I had to tell them that's what the capture mat's for. Pop out of the shower, stand on your capture mat. All that water drips onto the mat. Dry
Yeah.
yourself off. Then step onto the floor, because otherwise I have a lake that I have to traverse in a canoe.
Don't you
Right.
put a towel down
Where?
on the floor?
Yeah, just mop up all the water.
Yeah,
I have
no, but
microfiber
don't-
bath
No, but like,
mats.
do you guys not like have like so when I
have a bath mat. We have
Yeah,
a
like-
nice microfiber chenille bath
Yes.
Oh no, my parents they just laid down like a
Costco
beach
special.
towel.
mat. Yeah, no.
I got out onto a beach towel and I'd
Oh,
sit
wow.
there
Yeah.
next to a heater that was built into the wall.
Oh, that sounds
And
Oh,
my-
like
well,
it,
aren't you
actually.
bougie?
That sounds
No.
actually pretty nice.
Well, no, it was an old home from like the '60s,
Yeah.
but they
can
built
see
one
that.
of those like it's a radiant heater. You turn the thing. It took an hour for it to warm up.
But once it does,
but
it's
you
like
would start-
excruciating
But
pain
yeah,
if you touch
basically,
it.
you would get out of the bath, right? My mom would lay down a bath towel, and you would sit there and just in front of the heater and just sit there and just
Let it
think.
waft over
Yeah,
you.
it was nice. Dude. It's good childhood.
But I've got a bath mat.
Yeah.
And we use the bath mat. And I was saying capture mat because you said it in one of our videos. You
Yeah,
said
it's a
you
capture
you
mat.
said it in one of the podcasts. that you're
We
getting
need
that-
it
get out
needs
of
to be
the
a
capture
tray
mat.
with edges.
But the point is, my kids don't seem, and my wife is the same person. They get it from their mother. All three of them just get out. They literally wrap a towel around themselves and then walk
Just
around
drip,
the house.
just drip dry.
Drip drying.
Stay
And
put until you're bone dry.
Dumps water and I'm always the guy that's like, I dry off my entire body and then get dressed before I step off of that mat.
Yeah.
That's
I am dry and dressed.
Well,
High five for that. That's the way it should be.
That you actually start getting dressed from the bottom up, and so what you do is you step out of the shower into a pair of Brooks running shoes,
and socks and shoes. Yeah.
socks, then shoes,
And
then you
then
figure out the rest. Oh, the shoes are having to work through the pant leg.
that are attached to the Brooks slide right up.
Right. I actually build it.
It's like a onesie. They're just attached to
No,
the
I
bottom.
actually build it. So the leg holes, everything's down. It's designed. Slip them in, pull them up. Done.
like a Lego character.
ready to rock and roll. Yep.
Oh boy. Okay.
pretty good.
I almost hit send. Okay, so we got Alex
Duar
here.
says, I think a certain company, I lost that.
There you go.
A certain company released some videos on some average garages with awesome ideas. All seriousness, good vac, air compressor cabinets, and limit horizontal surfaces for clutter.
Yeah.
That's a good point, Alex. All right.
He
Post
says
Flamel.
to limit horizontal surfaces,
Yeah,
right?
I'm a big
Which
fan of cluttering them up.
You're a big fan of cluttering up. Dane,
I'm a
huge-
professional at cluttering
huge fan of
them
cluttering
up.
up. I don't like to clutter them
amateur
up,
hour over
but
here.
I
It still look
enjoy
clean.
my horizontal.
Mine
I
are
like,
creatively cluttered
I
with
enjoy my
the
space.
most random things.
Also, Dabbler, you're going to want to leave room in the garage for your lady friend to be able to store anything that she needs inside
Yeah.
there, right?
And ice novelty.
like an entire I don't know, maybe like an entire set of cabinets for maybe your bathroom, maybe a giant board that's going to be used maybe someday for like a barn door, right?
Wow.
Yeah.
Lots of
Or
trim pieces.
Also, all your Halloween decorations, all your Christmas decorations, all those kind of things. You're going to need space for those.
Yeah.
And then let's not forget the most important.
It's a shared space.
Let's
right?
not
Yeah, with
forget
Grant's family.
Flex space, flexible
flex space. Let's not forget the most important feature, the freezer.
Oh.
You need to have the garage freezer for the ice
Ice
novelties
novelties.
Yeah.
and extra food storage.
I think we need to go over to Levi's soon for an ice cream
I
sandwich.
got
Am I
some
right?
big wheels.
Do ya?
Just got some the other day. Poets Flamel saying, I've had some dusting issues with KCX F601 on a fresh Rupes yellow foam pad. Old version, prime the pad the Rupes way. Do I need to add a wetting agent? And if so, what do you recommend? So fine cut on a Rupes pad. Gosh, I haven't done enough fine cut to tell you whether or not you need to add a
I don't
wetting
think
agent,
you
but
need
it's
to,
always
really.
a good practice.
Do a spritz of. Do you have any paint gloss? Do a spritz of paint
Yeah, a little
gloss.
spritz of paint gloss on the
right,
pad,
right on
then-
that pad, and just let it rip.
Then put some product on and then go to town. So
Or
UDS
O&R
way.
if you have that.
Finally, after a few missed Q&As, I'm excited to be tuning in again. Great to see the Q4 team represented in the chat, and great
Heck
to
yeah.
see the amazing TRC trio.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
man.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
No, our Q4 Grand Ambassadors, honestly, have been killing it, dude. They've been doing a
Great.
great job.
Nice.
Everything from video content to photos to giveaways. It's just super cool to see, man. I love the community, right? It's good sense of community.
We're community.
Dabbler
built.
saying, I know, but I'm talking more about the items that are like, damn, I definitely want that. The deep freezer. Yeah, must have. Anthony could have used it and 10 times, 20 times over already.
Speaking of
Honestly,
things.
I probably need it now more than ever, right? But maybe the damn I need that would be the Husky Silent Flow air compressor.
That's a true winner.
It's a
right
true
there.
winner. It is a dang. That's life changing when
Yeah.
you can keep your
Oh,
hearing.
speaking of freezes,
All right.
that's when it happens. So
There's
we're
our
moving
freeze.
along.
We'll zoom up to where we actually have some questions
whole
again.
bunch of jokes
All
about
right.
getting a longer
Kirby
break.
Thompson says, I will shop for towels while we're waiting. Very nice,
Good
Kirby.
man.
Pick up that 20% off.
20% off.
I said, good
using
call, guys. Take
Vet
advantage of the
20.
sale
Yeah.
while streaming computer
Yeah.
restarts. All right.
Alex says, I find that having a good layout is key. May take time, but having things where you're not backtracking is essential. Record yourself. Yeah, that's a good reason, too.
Yep.
Rag Company said some more stuff. Go to the website. Han says maybe they're just clearing out the mini fridge and unplugged it on accident, and maybe a DOS attack or something. Says,
A DDoS attack. I like to think we're that important, yes.
That'd be super cool.
Okay, moving along here. A bunch of jokes about Luke Berge.
Graham says an Englishman, a Scotsman, and an Irishman walk into a bar, and the barman says, "Is this some sort of joke?"
Classic. And Alex was new here, so he said, "Why can't I watch?" Yeah, we got that figured out. Okay, let's move on here. We've got.
There we go. Keep going. I see can't see Anthony's sexy face now. I'm gonna have to have a BF. I don't know what that means. It's bigger. I'm also gonna write a letter. All these people wanted to write a letter.
Okay, so we've got. What's everyone's dog's names?
Oh, mine's dog's name's Watson.
I got Callie.
I got Huck and Baylor.
Yep,
go.
there you go.
Kirby Thompson says, I hate geek talk. That might be something else.
Oh, dear. Okay, so moving along, we've made it to page 1 now.
Ooh, good.
Ryan saying
And,
welcome.
Yep, we got some folks here. This is about where we figured it out.
There's some names, other people's names. Patrick
Nugget and
Kennedy's
Daenerys.
or Nugget and Daenerys.
Yeah. Okay, so we've got...
Still buffering live now. Yay, welcome back. All
Okay,
right.
that's it. That's everything.
Daniel Gonzalez saying, how long can I wait to apply Dreammaker after putting on Beadmaker?
There we go.
Probably wait at least an hour or so.
Yeah,
Half
it just
hour,
depends.
At least half hour.
Depends on the conditions. I mean, if you're in a more humid area, probably wait a while. But we had luck going back to back at the
Monterey,
Quail.
yeah.
We didn't have any issues going back to back from Beadmaker to Dreammaker. But I don't know, if you can give it a little bit of time, I would give it a little bit of time just because. But I don't know. It's up to you. Do some testing, see what works for you, see how the paint reacts. We have next up Hans. Says
Another axe joke.
not working in at the server room. Yeah.
Oh, and then Grant.
Dane pulled the plug because there was too many Googling imaging of him and his heels. Brian Schwab, what's up, guys? So much has come out over SEMA. Overwhelming, yes.
What was your favorite, Brian?
There's been a lot of information.
lot of cool stuff.
A lot of cool stuff. Have you had a favorite thing that you're looking forward to, a new vehicle that you're looking forward to purchasing down the road that was released?
No,
No.
not really.
I was excited to see the new Civic, but then you said it was underwhelming.
It's really underwhelming. Like when the Hyundai Sport, when it came out like 3 years ago, I thought that looked way better than the new Civic Si. The new Civic Si just looked. I think what it was they got so much crap for making it too battle
cool.
ready.
Boy Racer, insane.
Too Boy
looks
Racer
like a freaking
battle
Gundam.
ready. Yeah.
looks awesome.
That they toned it down because I think people were like, and they made it more of like a Honda. But I was like, I feel like it just looks like an Accord Sport. Like
At that point,
Accords-
why not just buy
The
an
Accords
Accord
like
Sport?
the
and the
Accord.
Civic look so similar now. Honestly,
Yeah.
they really do.
They did the same front end on the new
Yeah.
Civic as they did on the Accords, and I love the Accord Sport.
I was gonna say, between
think
the
that's
two,
like
I
my-
prefer
I
the
think
look
that's
of the
my
front of the Accord.
Beautiful, like I think that's a beautiful car.
Well, and it also craps on pretty much everybody. You pull up to a stoplight and you pull up next to you.
2.0 liter turbo.
Dude, I think it's a 3-liter turbo.
No,
Is
it's a
it
2.0. They've
Yeah,
got a
it's a
1.8 and
Okay.
a 2 liter.
Because I know
And
that
if
that
it's the
2
2 liter
liter
turbo, it's the beast.
Yeah, so far as I know, they dropped the V6 from them, and it's just the 4-cylinder turbos now.
But the thing moves though.
Yeah,
But,
no, I would love to get a
moves.
purple one or a maroon red one.
I feel like the new Civics all look like they have a unibrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to the Honda booth, looked at some stuff. So the new Ridgeline actually looks really nice. The new Tundra looks much better in person.
I
think.
figured it would look better
Looks
in person.
way better in person.
You know what surprised me in a not good way was the Santa Cruz. I thought it looked better in pictures. Then I saw one in person outside my neighborhood the other day.
Oh,
Looks
really?
awkward in
No,
person.
I saw a new Santa Cruz with some really cool wheels and tires. Like
Maybe some mods helped. The one I saw
like
was
some,
it must have been a base model, but it was
maybe.
black and it was just kind of like nondescript. The proportions when you see the tailgate,
Yeah.
it just looked weird.
This one had some wide tires and wheels on it, and they stuck out a little bit.
See, I love the
And-
DRLs on the front.
and-
They look really cool.
Yeah, and they had a bit of a tuner flare, so it looked kind of like a tuner car truck kind of thing. And
Okay.
actually, I saw it drive by, and I was like, "Oh, that looks pretty dope."
No,
The Veracruz
mods-
looks pretty impressive.
Wheels
You,
and tires can do a lot for a car.
Did you happen to catch a glimpse over at the new GR86? Was that there?
Where's that? What's that?
Well, that's just the new 8.6. Like
Oh,
it's just the
uh,
updated version of
Yeah,
the
I
FRS.
didn't. I didn't
8.6.
actually look at that one, but I did.
Or
They
not
did have a
FRS,
couple of
but
little
it's the
Toyota
8.6
GRs, the little ones. Those look great. I'm totally on board with one
Yeah,
of those.
I love that they made the ducktail really pronounced on
Yeah,
these newer ones.
on the little
now.
one, it looked really good. I didn't get to see the new 8.6 though, the GR86. I got to see some of the new 8.6s there. People had customized that were really
Yeah.
pretty.
The BRZ and the 8.6 are so.
The one that I
similar at
really
this
wanted
point.
to,
It's-
I would have
yeah.
loved to played with. There was an IROC
Oh, wait, like
Z
a third
Camaro.
gen? Yeah.
with the new 10 liter.
Oh,
In
that's intense.
Brutal.
I'm
new
sure.
GM 10 liter.
That's
Big block in there. That was pretty cool. So anyway, Vigor saying, hey guys, I'm using Fine Cut right now, and if you're having dusting issues, you're probably overworking it. I haven't had any dusting with this product. There you go. That's a good one. Poet saying, which pad are you guys using? To Vigor, And then Adam Huber jumping in the chat, had a great talk with him yesterday. Adam and I did a little catching up. Says,
What
"Levi's
you
gonna
talking about,
purchase
Adam?"
On a McLaren soon. I wish I could. That will never happen in my life.
Never say never.
Gosh.
You might not want it though, compared to other things you could afford at that point. Who knows?
Yeah, if I'd buy that Camaro with the 10-liter.
See,
big
that's
block.
a Levi answer.
That's something I'd do.
Yeah.
Cynthia English saying, what's the best available tire shine products on your site? In your opinion, I'm looking for something that lasts longer than a few weeks and gives a satin to gloss finish.
I like PSS.
Really
Yeah.
nice. Coach Chemi's PSS or even Shinol.
Yeah.
There
you go.
PNS Shinol. So Brian saying CarPro has 4 new products. Also, Guion has really upped their game. I just picked up their new car ABS, looking for next level products. So so CarPro wasn't at SEMA. Guion wasn't at SEMA, but Nathan from Guion was walking around, stopped in the booth, said hi. We chatted for a bit. But they did release all their new products. They created a kind of an event.
Yeah, they
where
did
they
their
could-
show like we did
Yeah.
here at SEMA. They did a show, but theirs is pre-recorded. So it's like all
really good.
looks
show.
good, though.
Nice
I
setup.
like
they did a
watching
great
it.
job
Yeah.
on it. I love listening to the stories. And
John Hull
watching
was
them.
in it.
Yep, I thought that was really cool. I love John's bit too. Brian Schwab, that was that. I think they had a lot of cool stuff coming out. I'm excited. I was just bummed to hear, not all these different brands were there, so I couldn't really get a lot of looking at stuff. So
Just a little lighter.
yeah, Graham Marshall used my FTW on glass last weekend. Really happy with the final finish, as I normally failed dismally with glass cleaning. Well, thanks, Graham.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Poet saying Guion Evo coatings are interesting indeed. One layer, most of them, and incredible pH resistance. You should try them in the USA. Yeah, so there's a number of distributors in the US currently with Guion. So, but
Speaking of gun distributors,
What?
what I was gonna say.
speaking of Guion distributors, John Holes, the next comment.
I was like,
right
what?
there. Clean and Shiny UK. So John says, hey guys, nice to see and hear you all. I hope you're all doing good. We miss you, brother.
Yep.
We cannot wait to be over there this summer.
True.
We're very excited
True,
about
true.
it. So it's going to be good. And hopefully maybe you can come over for TR SEMA.
Yeah. hopefully.
Yoshi saying,
By the way, that's happening.
Levi's talking about the Camaro Hoonigan built. It's a GM corporate owned car that Hoonigan swapped the 632 in. Yeah, it's red with Hoonigan livery. It's pretty cool.
That's cool.
And then Graham saying McLaren's car factory is about 5-minute drive from my house, and we see a lot of them on a daily basis. Yeah, it was funny to see the McLaren guys for the North American team basically showing up the engineers and having them go over Freddie's McLaren
Oh man.
and try and figure out how he got the doors to shut so well.
Oh,
Because they were even
man.
saying, like, how'd you guys do this? Like, we can't even get the doors to shut.
That's so cool.
So that was pretty funny.
No, like
So-
anybody who doubts like just the professionalism of what they're doing over there with Freddie's shop and stuff, that's just
Well,
nuts
Freddie
what
said
they've
when they
managed
put it
to
on a frame straightener
accomplish.
after they built the tub and got the front and rear diffs bolted on, they put it on the frame straightener at the body shop, and they said, and Juan brought it to him and said, all right, what do you think? What's your number for how
Yeah.
far off you are?
Yeah, you'd be dog walking across the
And what do you think? How bad do
highway.
you think we had to adjust it? And they were like, I don't know, 15
Well,
degrees.
For those who
15?
don't know, look at how wrecked the thing was
Yeah.
before.
And he
carbon
came
fiber
back and he
torn.
goes, 0. It was perfectly square.
Wow.
And they were like, both of them, Freddie and Jared said that was probably the most important thing for them. They were like, I can't
Yeah.
believe that car was square and straight.
Because no matter how well you build something, if it's not
well, they were
square,
like, it was all eyeballed. It was like they said they used
driving down the road, it'll look
They
wrong.
used laser levels and like pocket squares and like
Jeez.
tape measures to figure it all out. And they couldn't
Holy
believe.
cow.
They couldn't believe. They said so.
That's really
pretty
impressive.
nuts. John says that video for Guion was super fun to make. It
Yeah, it
looked
looked good,
really
man.
good.
It looked
dude.
really
it looked
good.
Really
Looked
good.
Really good.
Yeah.
Very professional.
Yoshi says there's a series on YouTube about it. Yep,
Nice.
there is. And then John says, yes, I really hope I can get over in the next few months. We'd love to have you, brother. Miss you.
For those wondering, it'll be coming up in March.
Oh, TR SEMA, you mean?
Yes.
Okay,
Here's
give him a little
2022.
taste.
Little
Just
taste.
giving people a heads up.
A little
Of,
taste. He doesn't want to give them a full
So,
bite.
well,
Just
We're not
one
doing
of the-
details. I'm
so
just
to give
throwing it out
everybody
there.
kind of a heads up now, too.
Yeah.
Avery Dennison has scheduled 3 trainings with us for 2022.
Yeah.
So we have a training at the end of March,
Yeah.
first like 31st to the 1st
Okay.
and 2nd
Yeah.
of April, for a color change workshop with Justin Pate. Then in April we have a PPF class from Avery with their new PPF.
That's cool.
So you can sign up to be a part of that. And then in September, we're doing it again for another color change workshop with those guys. And so they've released it on their website. You can go to the Avery Dennison Graphics, North America Graphics, Vinyl Wrap page and
the
pull
schedule's
up.
written
Yeah,
out
the schedule's in there. You can go to it, and you can sign up today if you want. Those classes run about $900. They also are doing 2 certification courses for the color change. But the big cool thing about most of their classes is even though it costs a lot, they also provide a ton of product. So you basically get almost the same equivalent in product back. So with the vinyl wrap class, you get a full color roll of whatever color you choose, plus tools. So you can hit the ground running right off the bat.
So the cost of the class is totally goes right back into your ability to use.
So we're gonna have
products
some of
and
those.
stuff.
So if you didn't get to sign up last year, now's your chance. Jump in now and get that booked so that you don't miss out.
Yeah.
And then Graham saying, if you guys make it to Waxstock, I'll see you there, lads. We're planning. We're gonna be at Waxstock this year. That's our goal. So very excited, looking forward to it.
It was fun last time.
We're going to try, right now what we're kind of doing is we're looking at doing we're going to stop in Amsterdam first, head over to Rag Company EU in the Netherlands, spend some time there. We'll probably do a little event down there.
Yeah.
Then we're going to head back to, then we're going to head to London, and we're going to make our way towards Waxstock, and then we'll be in Waxstock for a few days and back down into London to hang out with John after all the craziness that is Waxstock. So Graham, we will definitely want to see you there.
Yes, sir.
And then JB saying, Levi, would you recommend CSL as a good first-time ceramic coat for a DIYer? Yeah, I think so, and I think Anthony would recommend that as
CSL
well.
or gloss coat. I mean, either one.
Easy.
Great. Easy.
Even Inspiration Soul.
Yeah.
Soul is very easy as well. So
It smells fun, too.
yeah, give either of those a try.
So that is all the comments we've got. We're at 344.
Can you hand me a
but-
Mountain Dew?
Yeah, look at
Major
that.
Melon. Zero sugar.
Oh,
Careful about your tool. Oh, there goes your...
Are they?
Horn.
They're messing with my.
I
truck
heard
out
that
there.
booty's
I
horn
heard
going
that.
off.
Levi, what kind of major
Take a zero sugar Major Melon.
Zero sugar, you got it. Coming up on deck here.
Should I start working on my mustache and get it to curl for
So-
those folks like that?
Yeah. So what I've been actually wanting, right? So speaking of beverages, you know how we're big fans of Iron Brew, right?
I almost stopped at the store and got us some.
Earn Brew, right?
Yeah. Brew.
I have been craving an Orangina. You ever had an Orangina before? Right?
I have not.
You
Those are
haven't?
gross.
You think they're gross? It is.
I've never had one.
I was gonna say,
Oh.
wait. He says he hasn't, but then he says they're gross. It's like, which is it? Liar.
So that's one of my
Haven't had one.
favorite
Okay.
drinks
But I remember you were
ever,
telling us that
right?
when we were in the UK.
Well, because I was watching The Transporter the other night, right?
Right.
And in the first
The first
several
one?
scenes, the first one, the best
Yeah.
one. And you know,
It is.
and speaking
The
of
second one's
speaking of
hilarious,
Transporter,
though.
right? John Hull, his wife is a huge fan of Jason Statham,
very big fan.
And so, but there's a scene where he goes and grabs, there's an Orangina machine and whatnot, and I was like, dang, I haven't had one of those in a long time.
Nice cold
They're
one.
from France, I believe, right?
It's like an orange soda, isn't it?
It is an orange soda, but it is a
More of
spark.
an
It's a
orange juice,
sparkling orange soda, is
Yeah.
what it is.
Sounds delicious.
It is delicious.
Poet says, "I'll see you in Amsterdam then."
All
yeah,
right,
we'll be at
nice.
we're gonna stop at Rag Company EU for
Yeah.
a couple days and probably do an event down there just to hang out. So, and that'll be
Absolutely.
end of May when we're in the Netherlands. So
Yeah, right in the ballpark.
David Cervantes says, "What's up, guys? Sorry I'm late. I won't be listening live for the normal until January. Thanks for all you guys do. Keep in touch, David. We love you. Hope
Staying
you
busy
stay
out there.
busy and
Stay safe.
Enjoy yourself." Graham says, "That's scary. Clean and Shiny is only 20 minutes away." Well, there you go. You
Yeah.
can get John Hole's in the chat. Go visit him.
Yeah, you should really
Go
just
say
go
hi.
over
Maybe
there.
be hanging out there.
It's a good time.
The UDS way. Hey guys, what's your take on a light clay in a car during decon wash without polishing? I've had some detailing buddies debate over this. Some say polish after clay, and some say no need.
We just talked about
you got
this
a
in the
clay-
comments the other day.
You've got a clay. That's part of the decon. Then you polish. Now you can just polish. It just depends on the product. Like depends on the car surface. Depends on if the customer's paying for it. Depends on a lot of that. If you're charging customers to do it and it's already wrapped up and you've got a good system down, then keep it part of that. But charge for it. Make sure. So
But the claying without polishing, that's where he's...
you can do either one. It depends. Like
Some people get really militant about
They
it.
do. They don't.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't need it. So.
I mean, if you're claying like a monster and you're digging it in like crazy, yeah, you probably got to fix
well,
some stuff.
if you're
but-
gonna clay, you probably should always polish. So, but if you're light and you know how to handle yourself, shouldn't have any
there's
issues
an
with it.
exception to every rule.
Yeah. Cynthia says, yes, go for the curl. I don't know what that means, Cynthia, but thank
okay.
you. Oh, she likes my mustache curl.
Oh, right,
That's what she
okay,
likes. Yeah,
okay.
you like that? I do a little bit for you.
It's kind of weird. Hans closing says.
See you at TRCU, then. I'll stop washing my car so Anthony can do a wash and restore Wednesday.
Oh, it will
like that,
definitely be a restore.
Yeah. John says, Graham, come by and say hello.
Yeah.
And then Sean Prince says, imagine Pan the Organizer and TRC collab product. Sean, we've been
my.
working on having an idea for that with Pan for a while, but it's just we're like ships passing in the night. So, Ron, I owe a
what
quick
happens.
question. How do you deal with staining from artillery spores?
Ooh.
Ron, what are artillery spores?
No, those are nasty. They actually they're like
What is that?
are they a
name?
type of fungus? They literally like shoot out like a cannon, like
I don't want that.
like little particle.
Why would you
it's
want that?
basically
It's in
we're
your
talking
car?
like borderline microscopic though. Just like think nasty little fungus.
How do you
stuff.
see them if they're microscopic?
But they're not actually microscopic. It's just to get the best image of them, you have to use a macro lens. It was a whole thing.
It's a what
Anyway.
kind of camera do you use?
Well, like a slow motion camera to capture. I've seen them on the Discovery Channel before.
Staining from artillery spores. I don't know what you're talking about. Ron.
I think
You're gonna have to,
isn't
I'm
it
gonna have
a
to
fungus? Though? I'm
educate
trying to
me.
remember.
I'm gonna have to get educated on that.
I honestly, I
All
barely
right.
remember. I just remember the name.
Kirby Thompson, do you guys have an FQA video discussing these towels and how they're used are different? Creature Edges 365, Spectrum 420. Easy to be confused with unlike product info. So Creature and Spectrum 420 are practically the same towel. Difference is the Spectrum has an edge around it and the Creature is edgeless. So to differentiate, we could have called one the Spectrum edged and the Spectrum edgeless, but we wanted to change it up and we made it the Creature. They're also different colorways. Now, both those towels can be used in any situation where you're going to be doing some compound and polishing. The difference is that they're dual pile, so their pile is much longer on one side than the other. Now, the Edgeless 365 is also the same weave and same blend as the Creature and the Spectrum. However, because it's a lower GSM, that pile's a lot shorter. So it's more of personal preference. All three are perfect for coating removal,
Yeah.
layer
Compounds,
leveling,
polishes.
compounds, polishing, interior
Yeah.
cleaning, all that stuff. The difference is the thickness of the towel or the adage of a edge or edgeless setup. So it really, that's what it depends
You're talking
on.
about like gradients of difference. It's not like a whole world of difference. You're
Yeah,
talking
it's
about different
personal
versions that maybe play
Personal
more to a
preference.
certain thing you prefer.
Yeah. So
So next up we got
Graham says Black Friday, John Hole.
ooh.
And Graham says,
John says keep an eye on the site.
Huh, okay.
take a look-see.
Then Anthony, what is the what does that say?
What's the longest?
You had opened a bag of gummies before eating them. Oh my gosh, Hans! I think I went like a year on one bag because I had put it in a backpack from traveling, and I hadn't touched the backpack from the following years, probably from one of our trips. That was the most excited I've ever been about a bag of gummies.
Yeah.
It was the Haribo sours, you know, the sour
Oh,
bears. What I did not know is, speaking of those, talking about,
I think you bought them when we were at Orlando in the Haribo store at Disney World.
something like
I think
that.
you bought them there, left them in your bag, opened them, took a couple bites, and then it wasn't until we went to the UK.
Oh,
in
that's maybe
June
what
that
it
you
was.
opened
This,
them up,
this
and
is
you were
Anthony,
like,
all right, guys? Ugh, gross. It's fresh.
Oh, I hate
throws it away.
fresh gummies. They're disgusting.
Just give them to me.
But that's where did you? Because I was talking about Orangina, right?
Yeah.
There is Orangina Haribo sour
Oh.
gummies, but they're not available here in the
You're gonna have
U.S.
to get them, find them somewhere.
Forbidden
have to
fruit.
get
They
'em
are
there.
forbidden fruit. I'm like, people are like, oh, do you want a bag of? Here's a fresh bag I got for you. I'm like, no, I don't want it fresh. Crack it open and call me in 6 months. Jeez, how dare you give me fresh gummies?
Disgusting. Okay. Oh, shoot,
Ragnar
I said it
rules.
again. Sorry, Nick.
Ragnar Rules says, saying hi from Singapore. Glad to see all three back in the studio. Thank you. And then G. Davis, Hans Closen's new speed dating and Oh, excuse me. Ladies only foot fetish pop-up shop will be open by the time you visit the Netherlands.
The fact you're like erping through this whole thing. This is just our day today, guys.
Oh, I love
I'm
it.
so glad
I
that
love
you're
it.
hanging in there with us, though.
Oh,
It's
gee. So, I
chaotic.
got to have one of the Coco Creations delightful pretzel sticks
You
this
did.
morning.
You had 2 of them.
Anthony
wish
tossed them
I
over
could
to
have
me.
some.
It's good.
Yeah.
Really good. So,
I was
Thank
gonna
you for
say, I
sending them.
think in that batch, probably the Rice Krispies, the Oreos, and the Milano cookies,
Ooh.
hands down my favorite,
Nice.
man.
Nice.
Those were very, very good.
did
Yeah.
you take any home to your wife and the baby so she could see them? And
Why does she have to know about those? Those are for me.
I see how it is.
that's for you for
I-
having a baby.
Yeah, I'm trying to lose weight, so I'm trying to just,
Oh,
eat,
man.
just those.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Ron's helping answer.
All right,
here.
artillery spores are a fungus.
It is
that
a fungus,
shows up on
okay.
the paint as
Yep.
a small brownish black lump. They came off easily, but has been on the paint so long it left a stain. The car has dark gray
So
paint.
kind of like etched.
Huh, yeah, I don't know
wonder
how
if it
you
etched.
usually polishing gets that out sometimes.
Try
I
to take a
would
little
think.
compound to it and see what
Yeah.
happens.
Kind of like mold sometimes does.
Hans says G. Davis will be called the Rub and Run.
Oh, no.
And then Ron says car, not cat.
Yeah, we
Lol.
figured
And we
that.
assumed. Alex says hello, G. Davis. So, yeah, no,
That's great
that-
G popped in at the
it's-
last minute.
Yeah, those little spots, I've seen that kind of stuff. I didn't know
Yeah.
that's what they were called. It's cool.
Yeah, I'll have to show you a video of like one in action, though. It's crazy looking. It looks like something out of a video
like
game.
gun.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom.
Well, it looks like, what's the Little Shop of Horrors? The monster. And it's like sitting down, but it's like out of Super Mario. It just kind of shoots it out the top like a little volcano. Yeah.
Nice. To take a look at one of those.
Yeah. I
So,
really did
Levi,
a
what are
bad
some
job
20%
representing
off
that.
things that you recommend trying? For 20% off at theradcompany.com today and today
I'd be
only.
buying gallons and 5-liter jugs of stuff. That's what I'd be doing.
If you've been waiting for something, take
or
advantage now.
maybe grabbing like some scan grip lights
Yeah.
or any of the coatings that maybe haven't stocked
So
up
I'm
on.
saying if you were wanting to try Top Star, if you're wanting to try
Oh,
Nano Magic
get
shampoo,
it.
now's the
get
time
it.
to do it because it's 20% off.
Oh.
And so
Yeah.
it's an easy time to do that. And then
Ron says compound didn't touch it. So
Ooh,
that's
I don't
pretty
know what to tell you,
extreme.
don't chase it. That's that's my
No,
advice to you.
you're going to run out of paint before
Yeah,
you.
don't-
Kirby Thompson
chase
says,
it.
which of you three has the largest TV? Dane and I are tied.
We're
Are you
both
guys tied?
75.
Oh, you're 75 now? You were at 65 a
No,
while
I've
ago.
been 75 for a year. What?
You put a 65-inch in your house, and you said, so cool watching TV on 65s. And I said, welcome to the club, Dane.
Oh, no, I have a 75. I've had a 70. You might have heard 65 when I said
No,
75.
No,
I-
you posted
I-
a story post
no.
about it.
I've
with
had
a
75 this
65-inch
whole time.
65
I think I was 62
Before the
on
75,
mine.
I had a 55. So it was.
I remember you had a 55, and I thought you went to a 65.
No, I went to a 75.
I have a 55 and a 65.
75-inch LG.
Yeah.
Yeah.
LG is for large.
Well, Dane was
Levi
saying
Gates, what it's
Dane
for.
was saying that his was 4K. I don't know about yours.
Mine's a
4K
mine's-
HDR.
Mine's 4K HDR 65.
What the heck? You guys all got 4K TVs?
Yeah.
Does it make a
Had it
difference?
For a while. Honestly,
Well, it's
when
in
I'm
my
playing
theater.
Forza, it sure does.
Dane has his in his living room. I have mine in my theater.
Yeah.
So I have a
Right,
little
yeah,
more
no,
aspect
he has a
ratio.
baller like
Little
movie
setup.
room. I just have a living room, so
I'm
I
excited
had
for
to
when
make
you
the
build
most
up
of it.
that second level.
I'm excited for that too.
the
I need to
seating.
get some new couches because our couch, Augie's been jumping
Have
on
you
it.
not
It's
been
broken.
looking at those movie theater seats that
I
pop
have,
up on
yeah.
Facebook
Yeah.
all the time?
Carly and I were talking about that because I really wanted to do that in this room, and she
That's-
said,
Yeah.
I don't really
Oh,
like
well,
no,
those."
gee.
she's wrong.
Oh, no.
She's wrong.
She wanted a couch where like we could all cuddle and hang out on.
No, this
And,
is the movie room.
Yeah, and that's when I was like, it's more. She wanted it to be more like a party room.
Well,
Like
I want to
hang
go
out,
up in
bring
there,
some
and
food.
I
You
want
guys are
to.
totally missing G's comment.
All right, G says the only thing I had to do with that was taking the box to UPS. I'm glad you all enjoyed it. I hope my next life is similar. Well, I just want to say that G Davis is the quality control manager over there at Coco's
I
Creations.
see.
And he was sending me pictures during the creation of said products,
Yeah.
just to make sure that he was letting me know that he was keeping that team on track.
Yeah.
There was going to be no funny business going on.
Nothing.
Products were going to be getting made and delivered in a timely order, and then was sending me along the way as they were
Okay.
coming. And so I was very impressed with the quality, the sophistication and attention to
Do you
detail.
know how much detail is actually in those dips?
More
Like
than you
there's
expect.
literally not one sprinkle like unturned.
No,
Like there's like
he's
the
got
sprinkle.
those. He's got those
These
step kids
sprinkles are
working.
turnt.
Yeah, they're like everything's evenly spaced. I'm like, geez, these are like
They're lit, fam.
Jesus.
pieces of art.
Man.
Dane on the Mario Kart scooter is how I envision him alone and Dane with the massage chair,
Oh,
just giggling,
no.
just giggling and
Oh,
laughing.
no.
John says you guys are going to need a 4K HDR 2.1 for that new Xbox or PS5.
Oh,
they look
man.
so much better.
John, I have the new Xbox, right? Even
We
though
have
Dane
Series
took
X.
the first one
Oh,
from
God,
me.
he'll never let me live
But
that down.
John, I do need to get myself a 4K TV to join the real world.
You really do. Horizon 5 looks amazing on it.
When will I have time to enjoy
I
this,
don't.
though?
I don't know.
I feel like
but
Black Friday might open up some avenues for you. Who knows?
Black
all I
Friday
know is
night.
I am ready to bump up to a 75 and bring the 65 downstairs, but my wife will probably get mad at me.
Go crazy. Get an 85.
You know
They're
what
coming
I
down
want?
in price.
I just
now.
want like I want like a I think because right now I have like a 60 something, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty good size, but it's an older TV and it also weighs quite literally like 300 pounds,
Yeah,
right?
mine doesn't weigh that much.
I can't even move it by myself, right? So I would like to get a TV. It's more manageable, right? But it's going to look the best on the racing simulator setup, right? But I want a really high refresh rate, right?
Okay. Yeah.
How do you know you have a high refresh rate?
Well, that's your.
It'll
that's
literally
the
say on the
megahertz.
specs
It says
for
if
the
it's
TV.
a 120 megahertz or 240
Although,
megahertz.
if you're watching anything and not playing a video game, high refresh rate is annoying.
It's
Yeah, well, you'll
only
never-
a
you-
gaming.
I
it's a
hate that true motion
no,
crap.
no. It says only a
Ugh,
gaming
the
TV.
worst.
So what's
but
my
but
refresh
your
rate
brain,
I'm going for?
In 120 megahertz, difference between like a 60 and a 120, your brain doesn't notice it. It's when you hit that 240, that's when you hit that true. It kind of starts to fuck with your or mess with your brain.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So I really,
Okay.
I want something that's going to give me the best reaction time,
Yeah.
right when I'm trying to
Well,
take
it's
off
a
the
minute away.
10th of a second
Yeah, right.
off the quarter mile,
Yeah.
right?
So he's saying 120 hertz is
So
where it's
finish
at.
it up.
Yeah.
Says they look so much better. You do. John Hull says Battlefield 2042 tomorrow. I'm going to be in the battlefield.
Oh, my.
And then
Yes.
this other guy says, when
I'm
you're
gonna
wet sanding
be
and buffing
in the
fresh paint on a show car, what grits would you stage out to, or would you do it by hand or damp stand with a DA? I start at $3,000 and I go down in wet sanding in the sandpaper. So if I can hit it with 3,000, I'm done, and I compound and polish. If I have to cut it even more, I'll go down as low as 600 and work my way back up until I can hit that 3. And in some cases, I'm using 4 and 5 to finish and then compounding and polishing. G. Davis says, when Dane sells the truck, it'll be the most expensive Black Beauty sale in Idaho history. John Hull says, you need 120 hertz.
So
And then
not
Brian
240?
says,
I'm
I
getting
went
mixed reviews here.
from 75 XBR 2015 model to a 65-inch Sony OLED 2021. Best picture
OLEDs
quality
are
I've ever
nuts.
seen. Kirby Thompson says, Anthony, get an LG C1 for between feeding the Lucy.
Feeding the
And
Lucy.
then,
It's like, what?
The
And then he goes, would it be better to start compounding with a rotary like a Makita? Yes. Then switch to a Rupes for polish? Yes. Much faster cutting ability. I'm using the Oberk Thundercut pads on the current project that I'm working on as my main cut with the rotary Rupes and then into the 15
Okay.
Wow.
with the coarse wool. So, wrap it up, Dane. That's it, guys. It was a Q&A Thursday with all kinds of issues.
This was
but
a
hey,
chaotic
who
one.
would have thought about it?
All right. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. If you're listening sometime in the future, don't worry. YouTube didn't demonetize this one because it didn't happen till way later. And anyway, guys, thank you. And we will catch you next week for yet another podcast on the Rag Company podcast channel. But from all of us here, we're saying bye. Bye.
See ya.